Oh, yo, K5. Are you on PSN right now? You know all this shit is going on in FGC at the moment? You play Street Fighter, so I assume you do. Just drop this fucking shit on me, man. Can be. Do you know what's going on at all with the whole FGC right now? Or you too busy being a dad? You say you know how I love rants, man. Oh, this is about to be one. I was gonna make like a you say yeah with LTG and okay, so you know about it too. Shit. Me and Kenshin, we're about to do a discussion on it. I'm just waiting for more people to join. You can type in the chat, or you can be on the mic or whatever. You'll be on Twitch in a minute. All right, Tingu. Yeah, we about to have this whole discussion. I was gonna make a video, like an all professional video about it, but I'm like, fuck that. That takes up too much time, man. Because then I gotta get my camera and all this other shit. And doing it this way is just as good and it's easier, you know. Either or is fine, K5. You can be in the chat or whatever. I'm just waiting for more people to join. Let's do it when we have like, I don't know what, 15 people in this bitch. So I was just waiting until we get 15 people. I'm gonna be playing Plants vs Zombies, but that's just background, you know? Yeah, yeah, I got a party chat. Make sure you stay in the Twitch chat too, though, so we can get that that engagement. Do you? All right. All right, I'll invite you to the chat real quick. I got one open right now, so. All right, cool. Yeah, so let's just wait until we get like at least 15 people in here, and then we'll discuss the whole thing. You guys can hear me fine and everything. Let me get my PlayStation mic too, so you guys can hear me on PSN. That shit's way over here. I'm hoping it doesn't play any copyrighted music. That's gonna be a bitch if it does. It shouldn't though. There, you guys should be able to hear me on PSN now. So, where's the beer? What's up, Gambler? So we're just waiting on K5, Kenshin, and what's the nigga's name? He said LTG is funny. Alright, so we got Kenshin in here. Here, I'll mute the mic so you guys can hear Kenshin. Let me know if you can hear him, by the way, too. Yo, Kenshin, say something. I want to see if they can hear you on the stream. Let me know if you guys can hear him.
Yeah, what's up?
Down with me or something.
Okay, we good?
Can you guys hear him? Alright, K5. Can you guys hear him? Hopefully.
Yay, nay. Let's hope, let's pray.
Yeah, alright, seriously. I've done this before a long time ago. His mic is low. Alright, let me
is it? Alright, well, if you have to turn me up, then that's fine. Or if I have to turn myself up, then that's fine.
Okay, yo, Gambler, thanks for the bits, man. I appreciate it.
Let me try turning myself up.
Yeah, try doing that.
That works. Is it chat? No, just microphone level. There we go. Maybe this is better?
Yo, he says that better, guys?
Does that work?
He said yes. All right, cool. So let's wait till we get at least like 15 people in this bitch.
All right, bet.
Said better. Okay, cool.
I was playing Guilty Gear Strive. That game ass. That game is fucking awful.
I know how it gets. I'm not even playing the fighting
shit.
game. I'm just gonna play Plants vs Zombies while we're talking about this shit.
Yeah, no, that's cool. I hear this shit in the background.
Yeah.
This shit invading my eardrums. I can't think.
Oh, is it loud?
Oh no, it's not even you. It's the stream music.
Oh, okay. Let me turn it down. Hold up.
Yeah. I was like, what? Never mind. That's Under Night.
Oh yeah, it's fucking Nightwalker. Lean's theme.
Yeah, Elton's theme, right? Oh, it's Linnae's theme. Yeah. Never mind. I'm fraudulent. My fault.
It's all good, man.
I thought I knew. But yeah, man, that game trash. I tried playing that shit. I steadily got more and more frustrated the more I played it.
Guilty Gear?
Oh yeah, Strive. I've never been so mad while playing Guilty Gear before in my life.
I only played the first one. I played as that. What's his name? Kai? I think I played as Kai one time.
Oh yeah, Kai. That nigga is retarded in Strive. Oh my goodness, so brain dead. Oh my lord. Him, May, Axel, like they all brain dead. And Axel is designed correctly, but that nigga brain dead for like all the wrong reasons. He's brain dead because the universal mechanics are bad. Like thanks to the air dash being trash and all that, like then that nigga just stupid. But May, that bitch is actually brainless. Like that bitch, you literally just do a low, do her charge move with the dumbass dolphin over and over and over again, and if you're above them, then you do the dive with the anchor because it's plus on block, and you just keep doing it. You never stop because it's that good. Like that shit blows the shit out of me. I've never been so pissed off while playing Guilty Gear.
That's
before.
the bitch they be saying like Mr. Dolphin and shit, right? Mr. Otter or some shit like that, right?
Yeah. That's her.
I actually liked her. I played her a little bit, but I just hated the game, so I stopped playing that shit.
That shit is so, and it's like they don't have blitz shields anymore. They don't have guard cancels anymore, and YRC is only used to stop like RRC pressure. So basically, unless you're doing YRC, you're basically spending half your meter the entire time. It's whack.
They gotta come back to Marvel.
And then everybody don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. I can go on and on about Marvel, but
salty ass.
But like everybody in Strive, salty nigga. How am I salty when niggas touch me once and I die? Like I can't be upset about that. Wait, that's not.
Didn't I originally meet you on Marvel, right?
I did. You did meet. I did meet you from Marvel. I think.
What team did you play? I don't remember what team you played. That's how long ago it was.
Oh, like did we play against each other in Marvel? I don't think so. I didn't like Marvel 3. I stopped playing Marvel back when it was on like Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. I just played cheap teams. Yeah, I just played cheap teams because I didn't like that game. I think I played like Virgil, Doom, and fucking and Zero or something. I don't fucking know. I played Zero May Cry at one point. I didn't give a fuck. I hated that game. That game was whack.
Yo, Han disagrees with you, man.
I mean, that's fine. He's allowed to enjoy Marvel. I don't. I think that game sucks. I don't think there's anything cool about fucking getting hit once and then you explode. That's fucking dumb.
No, every team does kill. You said which Marvel sucks? He's saying Marvel 3 sucks.
Yeah, I don't like 3. I like 2 though. Marvel 2 is pretty nice. Marvel 2 still has Infinite, but that game is like that game is you're less likely to like die from fucking getting touched once, depending on the character, of course.
Oh, at least you can like
plus the
choose who you want to get beat up with, right?
Well, it's more so the fact that X Factor's not in it.
Oh yeah.
Right. Like X Factor was in Marvel 3. That shit was fucking whack. Like you're actually winning even though you're losing. Like holy shit.
Okay, they toned down X Factor in Ultimate. Original Marvel 3 Vanilla. I agree that shit was retarded.
That shit was so broken. Oh my goodness.
Wizard could fucking get you in his forward 4 gunshot. If he catches you once, it's a combo.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We get free teleport combos. You're dead, kid.
Or Phoenix, that shit was retarded.
Oh,
too.
what's that? Oh, what's that? Virgil has 5 bars of meter and used Judgment Cut, and he was in Devil Trigger. Oh, I guess he's just a better fucking player than me.
You said invite you again? Alright.
Damn, I got option select thrown, even though he snapped me and I knew it was coming. Damn, that's tough, bro. I guess he's just better than me.
So wait,
bro.
which one's worse than you?
I guess I'm just bad.
Missiles? Which one's worse? Missiles or X Factor? And vanilla X Factor or missiles?
Oh, definitely vanilla X Factor.
Yeah, I agree.
Like missiles is like
that's why you snap.
Missiles is like what the fuck? Yeah. No, if you said like ultimate, ultimate with fucking X Factor, I would have been like missiles because it's only bad with X Factor if they had level 3. If they had level 3, it's just like fuck, dog, I lost. but if it's vanilla X Factor, oh my goodness, man, that shit was so cheap. Hated that shit.
Yo, K5, why you sound so high right now, man? You sound so high.
Straight, brother?
Straight? I'm Gucci, bro. No, I'm good, fam. I just be smoking and playing the game. That's it.
I feel you.
What's up? Alright, so what's
I need a
what's everybody's knowledge on it? So I want to make sure everybody's up to standard. Kenshin, I'm pretty sure you know what's going on already, right?
You talking about that shit with Zero Blast?
Yeah, Zero Blast and LTG.
Damn, that's
okay. Yeah.
Okay, and then,
I know about that shit.
I figure. Okay, and then K5, you kind of know what's going on.
I watched the stream.
Oh, you were. Oh, damn. Okay. Yeah, you watched the whole stream.
I watched the stream, G.
All right, so we'll do it we'll let each person talk so it doesn't get too crowded, and also I'll try to make sure we talk to the chat as well. We only have 9 people in here, but I don't feel like waiting a long time, so hopefully more people will join. They will.
Yeah, I feel you.
So let's do it like this. All right. So first, Kenshin, what's your thoughts on him getting banned from the tournaments? What's your thoughts on that?
LTG got banned from tournaments.
Yeah, did you know that?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Life. You got banned for life from Evo.
Forever?
Yeah. Forever.
Damn. Why?
Because of his comments.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh, by the way, that whoever playing Smash, or at least I think somebody playing Smash. You turn that down real quick.
It's loud.
I don't know. Yeah, that shit was mad. That shit was mad loud. But I mean, I don't agree with his comments, right? I think the shit that he said was really shitty, right? Absolutely toxic. But I don't think that nigga should have been banned from an entire convention because he said some stuff that was really shitty. Right? Like I don't think it's that serious. Like he wasn't putting his hands on nobody, right? Like it wasn't like it wasn't like the Wisconsin situation where he got up in that nigga face and he was looking like he was ready to swing on his ass and all that. Right? Like it was nothing like that. Like yeah. But I don't think that we should be in a situation where if people feel a certain way about something, then we close them out or push them away. Even because he's not hurting nobody. He's being he's being a dick.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, he's
not hurting anybody with that. Yeah. So I don't know. Like it's like because what if you don't agree with like transgenderism or something, right? Like I can't go to Evo, right? What if I don't like I don't know, fuck it, black people. Like what if I don't like being around black niggas, right? Because I went to a venue and black niggas who played Tekken or Mortal Kombat or whatever ever fighting game that majority of niggas play, they always start getting into fist fights or some wild shit like that. And they make me uncomfortable, and I said that out loud. I can't go to Evo now. Right? Like, it's one thing to disagree, it's one thing to speak out on how other people feel, but to just be like,
ban them.
You can't go to this event. Like I think that's a little extreme.
I feel like that it should be if they were gonna do it, which they shouldn't do it now because he's said so much shit in the past that why do it now, right? If they're gonna do it, they should have done it to begin with when he was talking shit about whatever, you know what I mean?
Killing
right,
niggas.
Yeah. I feel like him talking about like trans stuff. it's bad, but it's not as bad as him, as you said, talking about, you know, killing a black dude, choking him out, like going into detail. I think that was much worse than
some dude
talking about a dick.
Some dude messaged him. Yeah, some dude messaged him and called him a black faggot, and he said he was gonna beat him until he was damn near dead, right? Like, and this nigga like casually went to Wednesday night fights, my guy, and people used to watch his videos and shit, and so everybody knows he said it. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I think I agree. I agree in the sense that he should have been banned for that over this shit.
Right, it should have been a long time ago.
You know what I say?
K5, what's your input, man? You haven't said nothing yet. What's your input? What do you think about this whole thing?
Yeah, my bad. You know what I think, bro? I think the fact that people should know LTG by this time, bro, and he's just been like this for like a long way. And also, though, for a fact, is I think he shouldn't be banned for life just because of what he said, because I feel like that's how he feels. Regardless, you shouldn't be
freedom of speech.
You shouldn't really ban somebody for life for freedom of speech. Basically, I understand that he probably doesn't agree with it, but that's him. Like, being as you are a person, you don't have to agree with everything everybody wants you to agree with, because at the end of the day, if you don't like what you feel because of how you know, how I'm trying to word it. Basically, if you don't like how someone else lives their life, why should it care? Why should it matter?
Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah, like, and you know, and knowing the way that LTG acts, right? Because I don't think this absolves him from criticism. Like, people who make, like, you know, who make videos, not necessarily the people who just like, oh yeah, I took his stream clips and, you know, made it into a video to only show the parts where he loses. But there are people who legitimately, you know, make videos where it's like, okay, LTG is an asshole. This is why, and then they show evidence of him being an asshole, and they talk about him being an asshole, and you know, I agree with that. Like, I think that's a good way to approach somebody who's acting like a shithead. Right? Yeah. It's not gonna stop LTG from being a shithead.
No, because he's gonna still do the same shit.
He don't give a fuck. Like, the nigga literally he flags videos. Like, literally, you flag videos because people are saying shit that you did. That's corny. But like, I don't think that like because what if he got taken off of YouTube for this shit? Right? Wouldn't that be whack? Yeah. Like, because he's already been taken down off of Twitter. He's already been taken down off of Facebook. He's already been taken off of. He can't be on Twitch ever again. That's gone. Yeah. That's gone. They erased that. His account is gone forever.
But see, like that's what I mean, though, Kenshin. That's exactly what I mean. If they were going to take. If they're going to do something, let's see how Twitch has zero tolerance for the bullshit to begin with. That's how it should have been handled. Not because he says something about the trans or whatever the fuck it's called, LBGT community, whatever the hell it's called. That shouldn't, LBGT. You know, it should have been nipped in the butt to begin with. The same way, you know, Twitter nipped it in the butt to begin with. Facebook, you know, Twitch. They zero tolerance.
They kicked that nigga off a long time
for all of it, you know?
They kicked that nigga off a long time ago. That shit was crazy.
Yeah.
That shit was
it's
nuts,
just crazy,
bro.
that the way that
he was
they're
talking about,
going about.
He was talking
like,
about
I don't think he deserves a lifetime ban. Maybe
hold on. First, hold on. Let K5 go first. What were you saying, man? And then continue go.
I didn't even hear him.
I didn't even hear Cassie yet. I'm like, seriously.
Oh, y'all can't hear each other?
I mean,
I can hear him now.
Okay. Yeah, I just don't want to get too cluttered. I want to be as clear as possible. So, K5, go ahead. What were you saying?
Oh, I was just saying, I just don't think he deserves a lifetime ban. Maybe like a year ban. But like they acting like LTG win tournaments. Like, I just want them to be real.
I don't think he should have been banned at all. They acting like you hit somebody in the face or jack somebody up and put his hands on somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. Like,
people too sensitive to this shit, man. They always, it's always, you can't say how you feel, because if you offend another person, they be like, oh, you're fucking homophobic, you're racist, you're this and that. It's like, you can't say how you feel. Like, I understand, like, okay, so like, racism, right? Mm-hmm. Basically, being racist is you don't like another race, right? Okay, but it's not the fact of saying like you don't like another. It's not what you like that about certain things about that racist, because you see what you see on media, shit like that. That's how I feel like most racism starts nowadays. Is what people feed you in the media. Is how people start to see see black people, or they see Hispanic people, or how they see Asian people. Like even now during this coronavirus thing, a lot of people are being racist towards Asian people because it started in Asia, China, Wuhan, and all that shit. So more people are being racist towards them because the media put it out. Oh, it started in China. Now everybody in America is being low key kind of racist to the Asians.
No, I hate Chinese people.
People have been avoiding like Chinese oriented stores, and I even saw like news stories about people like attacking Chinese people because of this shit. Like
this shit's stupid.
That shit is crazy.
Like you shouldn't just let because certain people act a certain way in a race doesn't mean the whole race acts like that. That's like me saying, oh yeah, I'm a nigga, my pants sag low, I fuck bitches, I'm a baby daddy, I left you my baby mama. No! First of all, I don't have my pants low, I have a family, and I'm with both my kids. Like, that shit's stupid. Like, you shouldn't just, off of what you see in the media, off of what people feed you, you shouldn't just automatically assume the whole race is like that. That's just stupid.
But I think it's real important to distinguish, right? Like, I think, personally, right, this is me, but I think it's fine that, people have racist opinions or thoughts as long as they don't act on them. LTG is not going to stop that shit right now. That nigga is a thorn ball, bro. Do not do that shit, bro. I swear.
That man said he the god.
But as long as they don't act on those racist thoughts or those discriminatory thoughts, then I think it's fine. I don't really give a shit.
Yeah, true.
Like, okay, so one of the things where I feel that like LTG, like here's one of the things, right? That I feel that LTG does a little bit different in tournaments. He's really, in person, he's a completely different person, right? Everyone says for whatever reason, but this is a fact. He's a different person. He's actually I haven't hung out with him, but I spoke to him. He's really nice. He's, he's not a dickhead, pretty much. He only does it on his own stream, his own platform, his own home, if you want to put it that way, right? So I feel like, so long as he doesn't bring that bullshit out of, his own stream, I don't see a problem.
Into the world, Yeah.
I mean, personally, I don't like him for that reason, because it's like because it's like he's putting on an act in order to be entertaining, right? Like Smug doesn't have to put on an act to be entertaining. That nigga's just
Smug is
I don't like. First of all, I don't like the persona he puts on. Right? Like obviously, like he made it that way. But on top of me not liking the persona that he puts on, he also takes that shit to social media, and then when he's like, in real life or he's chilling with other people, he don't act like that. Like it's dumb. Like if you going to be real about that shit, then be real about that shit, bro. Like when he was with Viscount, like I didn't appreciate the toxicity, but I respected the fact that he stayed consistent about that. Like, and this is me like talking like as a teenager, right? Like, because that's when I first learned about LTG, and I was like, fine, he might be an asshole. But if there's one thing I can't call him, I can definitely say that he's honest. Right? Like, he's always had like even when he had like all these based ass opinions, like when Street Fighter 5 came out and when Urien came around, I think it was like, man, Urien not top tier, he mid tier, and I'm just like, nigga, what are you talking about? But he held on to that opinion. He held on to that shit. Like he kept feeling that way, and I at least appreciated that. I at least appreciated the honesty. But now it's like he says or he does some shit, and then he don't act the same way when he's out in public, and it feels disingenuous. Like it feels like he just saying shit and he just doing shit so that other people can be captivated by it and hate him for it.
But that's the thing though. He said that he does it for those specific reasons. You see what I'm saying? And that's why I respect it, because he's like, okay, you guys. He even said himself, okay, well, the majority of the people are here to watch me, talk shit, rage, do your mama jokes, etc., etc. He even said himself, that's an act. Like he knows why people are there to watch him, so he gives them what they want to see. So why is it a problem now?
Entertainment.
I always thought that was a problem personally. I've never changed. I've never changed that opinion.
I see the kids that said, nah, he's always been a problem.
Yeah, I've always disliked LTG. I just appreciated the honesty for a while, and then the honesty started to fade when he played against Mike Ross. And Mike Ross was playing Laura, and LTG hates Laura. And this was on a stream too. Like LTG hates Laura. Like he's always thought that every Laura is like and then this nigga was like complimenting Mike Ross and saying like how much of a good player he is, and I feel like I'm not, I feel like I'm actually getting outplayed. It's like, nigga, you just like, I felt like he was just saying that so he could get on Excellent Adventures, but I have no way to prove that, so I'm not going to like directly accuse him of that. But it felt disingenuous because you would never say that about anybody else.
Yeah.
Like Mike Ross is literally playing like any other lore. Not to say that Mike Ross is a bad player or anything, but Mike Ross is, he was a pretty solid player, but he did a bunch of lore shit. Like it was basically no different. Like
City.
Yeah, command grab, he throw a projectile, go EX command grab, duck under the fireball. Like you gotta guess. It's whack, but that's what Mike Ross is supposed to do with that character. So I don't fault him for that. What my issue is that LTG is faking like him dealing with this bullshit is okay. Like he's cool with it when he's never been cool with it, right? Yeah. And then it just kept getting more disingenuous, more disingenuous. And he's go ahead.
I was gonna say Gambler says he said LTG plays a great hill though. You have to admit that. How you guys feel like? You think it's like a hill type thing or? But what do you think? Think he kind of he's the biggest hill in the FGC though, right?
Maybe.
You say he's the what of the FGC?
Like a hill. You know how you have hills and I forgot the other one, like hills and
hey, like WWE,
yeah, like
bro.
WWE,
like you had John Cena, then you had Randy.
Oh, like a heel?
Face versus heel.
I don't think he's the heel of the FGC. I think, and the main reason I feel like he isn't the heel of the FGC is because that nigga loses all the time.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, he loses. He's definitely not the face of the FGC. That nigga loses.
Hell no.
He loses way too much.
Anybody the face of the FGC, it'd be Sonic Fox.
Like like Sonic Fox maybe, but like as far as villains go, right? Like F Champ, that was a good villain, because he was really good, right? Like he was insanely good, and all he would do is talk shit about people. He talked shit about Daigo. Like who does that?
I rush shit.
That's fucked up. So like and I, but
no, I was gonna say so. Who do you think the most popular person FGC is?
Sonic Fox.
Sonic Fox. What do you
most
think?
popular? Yeah, it's probably
Sonic Fox or Daigo. It was Daigo before, but now it's Sonic Fox.
Yeah, Daigo. I mean, Daigo was popular for a long time, but I definitely think that it's Sonic Fox now. I think everybody basically knows who Sonic Fox is. Yeah, like so Sonic, he wins so much. Like he wins so many tournaments.
Bro, he's dominant in like almost every single game he plays.
Yeah, he Skullgirls, Dead or Alive. Fucking
Fighters, Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, Dragon Ball, Mortal Kombat, Injustice.
I see him try to get into Tekken, but I don't think Tekken is for him for some reason.
Well, he's doing a pretty good job so far. He was able to take like a game off of Lil Majin, so I'd say he's doing pretty good.
Majin is really good too.
He is, but he was doing like a pretty good job in Street Fighter 5. If anybody was the face of the FGC, I would definitely say it's Sonic Fox.
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
but LTG is like. LTG is like that guy that you go to watch when you want to see somebody who's being an asshole fail, like that, and that's that's just like it's like you said, like people come to see him rage, say a bunch of dumb shit, and then and then ban him, right? Like, and I don't know how people don't get tired of that shit yet. Like for a while I thought because I used to watch the troll videos, right? And for a while I thought that shit was funny. Because I wanted to watch LTG get mad, but I didn't want to give him my view on his channel.
Petty, man.
So I would watch troll. It is.
That man said, "Fuck them dudes."
So I did not want to contribute to giving him a view on his channel. So I would watch the troll videos, and for a while that shit was funny, right? For a while I thought that shit was pretty funny, but then it was like, then it just started getting a little sus, right? He started saying a bunch of gay shit, which is, I don't care if LTG's gay or not, but he kind of like perpetuates this idea that he's supposed to be a heterosexual, and then he talks about fucking dudes in the asses. Like it is.
But see, I feel like that's why he does it, because it's funny. I say a bunch of gay shit all the time, right? And usually people find it funny.
Yeah.
So it's like,
I mean, I don't think that shit is funny. I think that shit is weird. Like he getting all detailed and shit. He was like, yeah, I'm gonna get my covenant members in robes, and then I'm gonna take the dildo. Like, nigga, what are you talking about? Like, Like, shut the hell up, bro. And then he started talking about fucking moms and shit, bro. And
BBC community.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. You know the last time I learned the matchup was when I learned how to talk to your mom and bust this hot juice in it. Like, nigga, this nigga. Oh my god. Like, this shit. Like, that shit is cringy. It is annoying. And I can't watch that shit no more. Personally, I can't look at that nigga. That shit is like. So I just honestly I don't even watch the troll channels no more. I just leave that shit alone because his content, like, it's not creative, it's not interesting. That shit sleep.
So go ahead. I'm gonna reset. Go. See what you're gonna say. K5. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just saying sometimes his content get a little boring to me, but I just think it's just LTG. That's just how I see it, bro.
So
now on the same token, right? I want to clarify. I don't think that is cool that there are trolls that try to, like, release his personal information and shit. That's whack. That's whacker than LTG. If anybody does that shit, those niggas are fucking whack. Because there are people who have put out pictures of his family, his address, tried to get his girl to break up with him, tried to get him fired from his job. Like, this shit is so that shit is too fucking much. Like, when LTG says that those niggas are obsessed, it's accurate.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah,
seriously, it is. Like, that's you're doing too much.
Yeah, they actually,
like, what the fuck? Yeah, people have doxed him and all that shit, bro. Like, that shit is ridiculous. It's stupid.
That's doing too much now. That's fucking with people's personal life, bro. No.
Yeah, like over a video game, you know what I'm saying? Or some
like,
shit
really,
he said
it's just a video game, my nigga.
Like, over a video game or some shit he said on social media. Like, it's not that deep. So. I guess it's like it's pretty easy to come across trolls because I think because I know this YouTuber, his name is Fullbender, and he used to make videos about LTG, and he used to, like, do little small streams of making fun of LTG and fucking with him and shit, right? Mm-hmm. And there was one of his admins, and I think his name was like Lazarus or something like that. And that nigga was a dickhead. Oh my goodness, because LTG has doxed people before too, in response to getting doxed, and this nigga Lazarus, right? This nigga Lazarus, and I don't know if he knows that this nigga Lazarus does this shit or if he endorses that shit, but this nigga Lazarus, like, was, like, threatening Bender's family, talking about I know some people that live around where your grandmother stays, like what the fuck? Yeah, like, and this is like LTG's admin, so it's like it's fucked up on both sides, right? It's fucked up on both sides.
Okay, but Kenshin, so you can't blame LTG for that though. I don't ever blame someone else's actions towards another person. You see what I'm saying? It wasn't like, it'd be different if LTG was like, okay, I'm gonna send these people to do that, right? He didn't. That's someone's complete. You know what I mean? That's like blaming. That's like blaming troll channels, right? That's like blaming. I don't know, like Maximilian, because Maximilian fans are doing shit to LTG. You can't blame Maximilian.
No. I'm not saying that his admins represent who the type of person he is, but I am saying that him and his admins have equally done some fucked up shit.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it's like that's what I mean by it's fucked up on both sides, because LTG has doxed other people too in response to being doxed. Yes. As if, like, somehow them doing that fucked up shit to him means that he can do that fucked up shit to them.
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying.
Right? Yeah, and then there's some of his admins that are on that whack shit too.
Yeah.
Right. Like, it's but it's excessive on the trolls half, but it can also be excessive on LTG's half. Like, it's not as one. It's not super one-sided for anybody.
No.
But that shit is all right. Yeah. Damn.
Sorry. So walk by the door.
But yeah, man, like, but nobody should dox LTG. Nobody should, like, try to aim to ruin this nigga's life. Go on this nigga stream, say he whack, say that nigga got, like, he don't get no bitches or something. Let that nigga ban you.
So what do you guys think about, like, okay, so let's just say that he starts messing with the FGC. How do you guys think that would affect the FGC, like, overall? Because you could be in any chat, and then, like, fighting game related. And if you're in there at least for about 10 minutes, someone will mention LTG just because. You get what I'm saying? So how do you think that affect FGC with him, disappearing from it?
If he disappeared, I don't think that would affect like the overall community. I think it would just affect niggas who are stream monsters. Yeah, that's literally all it would affect. Like stream monsters, they're fucked now because they don't have somebody to talk shit about. But as far as like the actual FGC, like people who focus on like the competitive side or they focus on the really good players, they're gonna be alright because there's still gonna be villains in the FGC. There's still gonna be people who talk shit. Not too long ago, there was a pop off in the Mortal Kombat tournament, and the dude he was going off on him. Like his pop off was way too long. He was saying all this crazy ass shit.
Scar and
he was popping on that nigga hella hard for no reason, and people thought that shit was excessive, and he didn't give a fuck. Like, so
he said he was caught in the moment. Yeah.
So it's still gonna be people who who are gonna be dickheads in the FGC and people that like to see other people lose, right? Like, cause Sonic Fox, right? That nigga used to teabag niggas for no reason, for nothing. But everybody's gonna have that one person. If that's what you need. Personally, I think that shit is corny as fuck. I don't like that shit. But I know some people like some drama. I know people like some lore behind the tournaments and shit that they watch, and they gonna get it. They don't need LTG to get that lore because LTG wasn't making it. You know what I mean? Like he'll start some beef with, and this is the exact same way that LTG built his fame. He'll start some beef by talking about somebody who's more famous than him, or is or has more of an insight on something than him. That nigga was like, and I'm not even going to bring up the Wisconsin situation because that's over and done with. But he was basically calling Smug out, saying that he was trash at the game and all that shit, and he tested that nigga gangster and he beat his ass twice, right? Like, and then same thing with Perfect. I don't remember what that nigga's name was. It was like Perfection. No, not Perfect Legend. It was somebody else. It was he was a Chun-Li player. It was a real long time ago, but he basically beat LTG like 50 to nothing.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. You're talking about that Punisher guy.
Yeah, that's who it was. He beat the shit out of LTG too, and then he also talked shit about Bushido, and then he talked shit. Now he talking shit about Ceroblast, and then he talked shit about Momo-kun. Like his entire level of fame was built off of the prospect of antagonizing people who were bigger than him. Like it was like I think he's been doing this before the Viscant situation. It's just that the Viscant, because I think like a lot of FGC players, like a lot of FGC players have their biggest loss. Like how Justin Wong's biggest loss was to Daigo, and F Champ's biggest loss was to Justin Wong. Like Low Tier God's biggest loss that like started his rise up, because people liked LTG before his fight with Viscant, because his whole concept was that he picks characters that are not that strong or not super top tier, and then he would try to beat try to beat really good players or self-proclaimed good players with lower tier characters to expose them for using characters that are really cheap so you basically say that they're carried, right? And people were behind that shit, and I'm pretty sure if I knew about him back then, I'd be behind that shit too, right? Because that sound kind of hype, right? And then there was the LTG Viscant situation where he basically antagonized Viscant for literally no reason, right? And then Viscant, like he basically, and I don't know why LTG was saying like he was like, it wasn't as free as everybody thought. Like, my nigga, he sandbagged until the last couple of minutes. Relax. But he talked shit about Viscant before and after the match, and I think that was the start of when people started to dislike LTG, and he never stopped. Like in the fact that he's always been losing, and it's fine that he records his losses too. That's okay, and it's okay that he records him getting mad. But it comes to a point where you have to realize where you're fucking up as a player. And that's what his problem has always been from start to now. He's never acknowledged that, maybe if I'm falling for this shit, maybe it's something that I'm doing wrong. Maybe it's something that I need to do if I'm going to overcome this wild shit. But, or at the very least, he never gives off the idea that that's what that's the way he perceives it. right? Maybe he does, right? Because it's like we said, he said that it's a persona, so maybe he does consider those possibilities. But it's very clear to us that he wants to show us that he doesn't, because he feels like he's better than everybody, or he's better than the people that he deals with. So he's made himself into an unlikable character, and now he has to, he made his bed, now he got to sleep in it. That's just the reality of the situation.
What do you think about the whole thing, K5? How do you think that the same question? How do you think that it'll affect him in the how do you think the FGC will be affected with him not being there?
I like my boy said, man. I don't think he's gonna be affected at all, to be real, because mostly people focus on competitive stuff with FGC,
Sure, yeah.
And when it comes to that, it's not gonna be affected at all. I don't see no type of effect happening if LTG stops being part of the FGC. I think people still gonna love the FGC. I think the only thing that's affecting the FGC is this coronavirus, to be real.
Yeah. We can't go to no events.
Yeah, can't go to no events, no live tournaments. But LTG, I mean, I like LTG because I feel like, he be himself in a way, but sometimes he do put on a persona when he's on stream. Mm-hmm. But I don't think he's going to affect it at all. I just really feel like LTG is just being LTG, and then the FGC is going to be FGC regardless.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
I feel
that's just plain and simple. Like that's how
I feel like negatively overall, it affected bad. The reason I say this is because a lot of people, I've even met some people when I've been doing Lyft or whatever, and they don't know who LTG is because I listen to a stream when I'm like driving at night. Because he usually streams when I'm driving, and a lot of people actually recognize his voice, and they don't know anything about the FGC. They just know who LTG is.
But they know him.
You see what I'm saying? And then if they casually play a video game, and they're like, oh, well, he's going to something called CEO. I don't know what that is. They look at him to see what CEO is. They see him going there, and they might just go there just because he's going there. You know what I mean? And I think he brings more people into the FGC. It's not so much like people that are already in the FGC. I know the majority of them hate him, but I feel like he brings in a bigger audience. Like, let's be honest here, E-League, we only watched that because LTG was in it. Let's be real here.
Yeah, I wanted to. I watched it to see Rob TV win. That's why I watched it. But I also watched it to see LTG lose. But I'm likely the minority. I am willing to be the minority.
Okay. Well, yeah, with the majority of people, because after I've got someone posted on Twitter, but after LTG got eliminated, actually the ratings went down for the TV show. Like, people weren't watching it as much. And just because,
hell yeah. I mean, why would they?
Yeah.
Who else they had on it? They had what's her name from she moved from America to Japan.
Talking about
Sherry Jennings.
Sherry Jennings.
She was on there, and no one really. Come on.
Yeah, I don't really.
Really? Come on now.
Care about Sherry Jennings. I think the last time I was focused on Sherry Jennings was when some dude was like, I think he was trying to like hit on her at an Evo after party, and she like smooth rejected him. Yeah, that nigga was, oh my gosh, that was embarrassing.
Bro, didn't she get in trouble for like trying to do something to like a female former FGC song? I swear I remember something.
I have no idea.
It was during like, I don't know, I was reading this tweet. I was watching Ernesto Lopez, and he was talking about,
I know who Ernesto is.
Yeah, he was talking about something about Sherry Jennings, and she got in trouble, and she had to go on Twitter all apologize to these.
Gamer said that was guilty.
Guilty did do that. Yeah,
Guilty did some stuff.
I think he like had a interaction with like Yahozi, and I think he like there was some sexual harassment there. So he's kind of like he approached it appropriately though. Like he basically was just like, yeah, I'm not going to no more tournaments, and I'm not part of the FGC no more. So I guess I don't think he had to leave forever, but I think that it's probably like a comfortable step for him to just not be a part of it anymore, because he obviously lost his sponsorship and all that type of shit. But I feel his response. It was just something that happened. But with Sherry Jennings, like as far as E-League was concerned, like I just knew that she used to commentate for Marvel. I never knew how good she was at it, but I knew she used to commentate. Never, me neither. But I know she used to.
I was gonna say how do you guys feel about like what's that guy's name? Zero Blast. Like I'll let K5 go first. How do you think he's crying wolf, or I don't know what to call them, a she or a him, but do you think they... I don't want to get blasted for this, but do you think they... do you think they are crying wolf, or what do you think about the whole thing? How do you think they're... Like, what do you think their purpose is doing this? To get clout, for awareness?
I think he's doing too much. I think he's doing too much, to be real. If you want my honest opinion. I mean, being as you're a transgender, you should be prepared for all the hate. I just want to be honest with you. You should be prepared for everybody to say everything bad against you. Like, that's just how the world is. A lot of people are not going to agree with you on the decisions you made about, like, one thing comment he said about LTG said, he said if you're gonna cut your stuff up, if you're gonna go full blast with it, you know, you should go full thing and cut your whole thing and make your stuff into a vagina, right? Yeah, and I know, sir, I seen Sarah on Twitter. He got super upset about that, right? I'm like, bro, but I feel like you should be prepared for these type of questions and people just being negative towards you, because that's the way the world is. Not everybody's gonna agree with you. Not everybody's gonna side with you on that type of thing, and you just need to not accept it, but kind of ignore the fuck out of it. And I feel like he's just doing too much about. Then he said the N-word. Like, come on, my guy.
Yeah, I mean, they did. Yeah.
You just fucked it up on yourself, bro. Like, no, you're not supposed to. It's just too much. He's just doing too much for me. I can't even side with him and be on his side, because I feel like he's doing too much. The reaction you did, and then you said the fucking N-word, bro. Come on, you're just fucking yourself. Put yourself in a deeper hole, and you gonna put yourself where LTG at. And it's just stupid to me. I just can't fuck with him right now. I just feel like I don't feel like he's being sensitive or anything like that. I just feel like he should be prepared for everything that comes to it because of the decision he made with his life.
Right.
What about you, Kenshin? What do you think about it?
Yeah, so this is like an interesting topic, right? Because I already kind of gave my thoughts to Casco and Discord about it, but I think that it's perfectly reasonable to respond to direct attacks in an emotional way, because not everybody can just be like Lamau XD. He said that he said that I need to cut my dick off, right? Like, because I don't understand everything that there is to know about transgenderism, but I do understand that I don't necessarily get it, but evidently gender dysphoria is like, that it's like a serious thing that is a mental challenge. So but this is also the concept of mutilating your own body, right? Like it's like LTG's trying to peer pressure him into cutting his dick and balls off. Like, you have to think about that. Like you got to think about that. It's like, okay, let's say theoretically speaking, we didn't want to be niggas, right? We wanted to be women. We wanted to be bitches, good looking bitches, right? But it's more about just being a bad bitch. Like, you feel like emotionally, emotionally and physically, I feel like I'm a woman, right? For whatever reason, right? For whatever reason they feel that way.
Yeah, whatever happened in your life or whatever.
Yeah, but I need to slowly start making those changes into that lifestyle. Right? And then we get to the topic of, okay, I gotta get some form of surgery to grow breasts, right? And first of all, surgery, I don't know about y'all, but I'm a bitch when it comes to surgery. I've had it before, but I wasn't awake for that shit.
I've seen it.
I've never been awake for it, but I'm a bitch when it comes to surgery. Right, so you got to think about getting breasts, and then you got to think about having your dick and balls removed. Like you got to put that shit in your brain. Like put Cereblast in your perspective, where you are trying to ease into another lifestyle, and another nigga comes up and is like, well, if you want to be a bitch so bad, cut your dick and balls off. Like, niggas, what? Like, how do you just consciously make that decision? Does a woman that goes to being a man just come to the idea like, all right, I'm gonna be a nigga now. I gotta get these dick and balls attached to my body. Like, no, no one can just easily make that decision and stuff. Like, it's not. You know,
I get that whole you can't make that straight decision like that. I just think he should be ready for the criticism. That's why I feel like that should make you strong enough to be ready for the criticism that comes your way, because it's coming your way regardless of if you accept it or not. You do everything because it's gonna come your way just because of the decision.
Kind of like how Sonic Fox.
Yeah, no, you're correct about that.
Sonic Fox.
He don't care.
To be honest, he does not. He doesn't give a fuck. But the criticism towards Sonic Fox is like, at least the only thing that I thought was annoying about Sonic Fox was the fact that that he just kept talking about how gay he was all the time.
Yeah, that shit was.
That shit was so
already,
obnoxious.
bro. We know.
And maybe he's doing it because maybe he was in the closet for a long time or something, or he hid that aspect of his life, and now that he gets the opportunity to say it as much as he wants, he abuses it. Yeah. But I personally, I just don't give a fuck. Like it's not a character trait. It doesn't make him important. He's a great fighting game player. Amazing. And he's probably a cool dude too. But all I can get from that nigga is like, oh, Lamau, I like dick. Like, okay, cool, I guess.
We get it. You're gay. I see what you're saying.
I don't know, man. But as far as Sarah Blast is concerned, I think it's okay if he got hurt by the comments and people in his chat not being okay with who he is as a person. What I don't think is okay is probably the method of counter intuitive hostility.
How he went about it,
right? Yeah, maybe he was acting in the moment, right? Maybe it was just an on reaction type of thing. Like he saw how LTG acted, and he's like, "Oh man, LTG, why the fuck would you say that? You fucking bitch!" And so maybe that's what that was. Maybe he calmed down afterwards. I mean, I'm sure he didn't regret any of the things that he said back about LTG because LTG talked shit about that nigga. I mean, did you see the way that nigga was playing Ken? He did sweep like 4 times in a row.
He swept the fuck. All he did was sweep. Fucking low hard kick the whole day.
That shit was crazy.
That shit was funny. Hey, watching that, I was like, bro, he's sweeping the fuck out this nigga. I'm like, bro, how do you play it? Like, do you not see what's coming next? Like, bro, just block low.
He just didn't give a fuck, bro.
Fuck LTG, bro.
But and even Sarah Blast though, like Sarah Blast was like, I understand that LTG just be saying shit to get people brought in, and I respect the grind, but he was like, this shit is a little too far, bro. And I don't think there should be a limit to where we bring our opinions to.
Yeah.
But I do think that LTG was ignorant in this situation. I do think that he was treading on things that he didn't understand, and he didn't put himself in Sarah Blast's shoes, and he obviously didn't do it because he was on stream and he's supposed to not give a fuck. But it's some shit that you just gotta let leave alone. Like with that Broly leg shit, right? Like for what reason did he have to talk shit about Broly?
Well, Broly Legs was talking shit about him first, though. Broly Legs was talking shit about him first, though.
He wasn't talking shit about him first. When LTG first beat him, he started talking shit about him. Then Broly Legs went to Twitter and started talking shit about LTG.
Is that how it went?
Sure.
Right. That's where it was how that went. When Broly Legs went to go and play against LTG, he beat him with Chun-Li, and then LTG rage quit, and then he started saying that that he looked like the Krang from fucking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
That's not fun. That's not funny. That's not.
That shit was fucked up, man.
That's fucked up. That shit was
fucked. But and then Broly Legs, rightfully so, went to Twitter.
Yeah,
he started talking about he started talking shit about LTG back. Obviously he would do that, but what purpose did he have to just talk shit about Broly Legs off the break?
Yeah.
Right. Initially, I don't get it, man. He didn't warrant that shit. And then afterwards, after he didn't shit talk Broly legs and all that shit. Because honestly, even if he did shit talk LTG first, he probably shit talked that nigga because he rage quit.
Yeah.
Like, that's probably the reason why he shit talked that nigga. But regardless of that, you know, LTG, like, I thought that nigga was a real talented player and all that shit. And it's like, if you think that nigga's so talented, then why the fuck are you antagonizing him? It's stupid. It's dumb.
Yeah, I feel like about the whole Zero Blast thing, though, how I kind of feel. I feel like there's like someone said in the comments or the chat box, whatever. They said that he was or she or they were laughing about the whole thing. Actually, I guess they were streaming when they kept doing those sweeps to LTG. They were laughing about the whole thing and thought it was fucking hilarious. Because usually they always do laugh at all the shit that LTG says. And now it's like they want to make like cry wolf about it. There's a bunch of footage. If you go on Twitter, there's a bunch of footage of Zero Blast just laughing at the whole thing that they're saying they're sad about. Or I can't stream now because I'm hurt so bad. But then when it was happening, they were laughing about it and be like, shut the fuck up about you, or whatever, you know, how they normally are. So I kind of feel like it's kind of to get some viewers or something like that. There's maybe they were hurt about it a little bit. I can't say how they were feeling, but for sure, they're not as hurt as they're acting. Because if you were really that hurt, you know, like for instance, right? If my girl said, "Oh, I want a divorce," I'm not gonna be, "Yeah, right, okay, shut the fuck up, bitch." If she brought me some papers, you know, it was like, "Sign these motherfuckers." I'm dead ass serious. I'm not gonna be laughing and shit. I'm gonna be like, "Whoa, what the fuck? What's going on?" You know, you're not gonna be laughing or some shit. And I kind of feel like to the degree that they're saying that they're hurt by it, that can't be true. Otherwise, would have been like, "Damn, he really did me like that." Like for instance, Bushin style. When Bushin style, last time LTG fought Bushin style, and he was talking about how fat he is and his music's trash and all this shit. Usually Bushin style be laughing. But the very last time, Bushin was like, "Man, how you gonna do me like that? You know, I thought we were cool." You know, he was hurt by it on stream because that's how he felt. He took that shit serious, and he was like, "Man, you know, he was saying my music was sounding pretty good and stuff like that." So I kind of feel like Zero Blast. No, he was too. He was like, "Damn, I thought he said my music sounded good." And
Brother, funny. That nigga was betrayed.
Bro, y'all look. That is so good.
That man was hurt. You really think that LTG? You really think my music?
Exactly. Yeah. You know, that's really funny. He was acting like that. You know, he was hurt right then and there because he took it seriously. While Zero Blast was hysterically laughing because they don't really give a fuck what LTG has to state to begin with. That's why they follow each other. I might add, they follow each other. And if you look way back, like a couple of years ago, there's LTG and Zero Blast also taking pictures together. They seem to have some type of, you know, mutual understanding. Like it's all online. It's okay. You know what I mean? Otherwise, you don't follow people that you hate. You don't see me following fucking Cardi B. I fucking hate Cardi B. I don't follow her.
Well. Actually,
okay, shoot.
Actually, a lot of people hate LTG, but they sub to him specifically to dislike him. And that's actually not like that's not just an LTG specific thing. There are people that sub to other people just to drop a dislike or just to talk shit, right? Like it's like
okay. So why would you take a picture?
I think that's what's happening with iDub right now. Right?
Why would you take a picture with someone you hate then?
Well, to be fair, that was before this. Yeah.
The LTG has always talked shit about Zero Blast. If you see what I'm saying? If you took it that seriously, why would you be hanging out with him? You don't see Ultra David taking a picture of LTG, do you? Because he hate him.
Well, but
Ultra David hates him.
Yeah, he does. But he sure does. But I mean, even in the tweet, right? Sarah Blast was like, I get that, you say stuff to get people drawn in, and he even said that he respects the grind, right? Like he was like, I guess that tweet is like faulty now since you saying that he was laughing about the shits, but in the context that he wasn't, he was saying that he respects the grind, which means that he understood that LTG said shit to cultivate an audience, right? He did not give a fuck about that. He was fine with that. So maybe this was where he was cool with him until he said this particular thing. Like he probably didn't give a fuck about him talking shit about him in the past because he understood that was all part of his gimmick as a content creator. But now that we're in a situation where he's talking about his transgenderism, his lifestyle, then maybe that was like where the line was drawn and all that.
I'm gonna
shit.
see kind of find it.
It's real easy to get niggas. It's real easy to get niggas destroyed on Twitter about some shit like that. You know.
I found the clip. I'm gonna play it, guys. I'm gonna play the clip on stream where they're laughing and telling what you think.
Okay.
1 sec, guys. Let me get the embed.
I'm a like.
Hey, before real quick, I never knew Cheryl Blast was transgender.
I didn't either.
Me either.
Until this
I thought he was like
up,
a pretty boy.
Me either.
That's what I thought. I thought he was just.
I thought he just had long hair. I had no idea he was a
I thought he was
transgender.
Vega or Lee or some shit. Seriously.
Like, I never knew he was really like. I thought he was just, like one of them long hair pretty motherfuckers.
Yep, yeah, me too.
Like,
be careful. He'll steal your girl type of nigga, you know? Like,
yeah,
you might think
that
he
was
is,
like when they
he's
said,
fucking your bitch.
Exactly.
Bro, I was like,
don't assume like that.
He's what?
I mean, everybody who becomes transgender in the FGC, like I just somehow learn about that shit. Like Ricky Ortiz, you know, like I didn't know. Ricky Ortiz is a transgender woman. I had no
Pink
clue.
Diamond? I never knew that was a thing either.
Pink Diamond is also a transgender woman. Like, you know,
I did not know.
I gotta say, Pink Diamond.
Yeah,
I didn't know.
What? Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, that's
crazy.
Yep.
I never knew that. That shit crazy.
I can never tell. What? I'm so confused right now. Hold on, right?
You gotta check your own sexuality after looking at her. I know, trust me.
Wow, shit, hold on.
That should be flipping your world upside down. Like, what? Because I remember I looked at a CPT tournament and somebody was saying like, oh yeah, there's this Chun-Li player, Ricky Ortiz, and he's been coming up in the scene lately and doing real well. And I'm sitting in my couch like, Ricky Ortiz? That sounds like a Street Fighter. Yeah, and I'm looking at this woman on stage and I'm like, Ricky Ortiz is a nigga from Street Fighter.
Yeah.
What the fuck is like? I'm looking on Google like, what the fuck is going on? And then esports let me know that he's transgender. I'm like, wow, that's nuts, bro. That shit crazy, man.
All right,
I never knew.
So I'm gonna bring the clip up right now. Should be popping up on stream if it loads properly. But it's in a weird embed. Hold on one sec. Yeah, Pink Diamond is trans.
What you got?
Cross some killer.
Yeah, he definitely. Man, I would be what?
Yeah, isn't that shit crazy?
That's just crazy. Like I never knew. Like I would have thought. Like Ricky Ortiz, I was like, what?
Yeah.
That shit hit me out of nowhere. Like I'm sitting back and I'm thinking like, man, I used to remember watching some clips from back in the day with his Chun-Li in Street Fighter 4, and then I saw him on CPT, and I just did not remember Ricky Ortiz.
It looked like a totally different person.
I did not remember Ricky Ortiz having hair this long and just looking like a woman, and then I found out through looking that shit up.
Alright, so I got it up on stream. You guys, everyone's already on my stream, right? I assume.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna have to turn that shit up.
All right, let me.
Yeah, I'm
gonna hear myself.
Oh yeah, here. This hold on one second. Let me turn it up real quick.
That is TOS. Y'all baited me. That is TOS.
There's only 5 seconds left. Hold on.
Okay.
All right. So what do you let K5 go first? I always let Kenshin go first. So K5, what's your thoughts on that, man?
I mean, he was fucking with it for a good minute until he really said that, get your dick slit shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
Pretty much. So he was cool with everything else he said because he pretty much knows LTG is just being LTG. As soon as he pretty much said, "I'm gonna get your going 50%," you should go the whole way and get your shit slit like a hot.
Yeah.
I feel like he wasn't fucking with it at that point. I feel like he was just like, "Hey, bro, that's doing too much now."
You said that last part got him. Someone in the comments said that last part got him.
That last part hit home. That last part hit hard.
Yeah, he definitely. Yeah, like when he said "get your dick slit," he was like, "All right, that's enough." Yeah, like that was. Yeah.
He was. I'm not gonna lie. He was like laughing the whole way through until that last little.
Yeah, like when he said that comment was where it was like, all right, that's all right. Yeah. So yeah, I don't think he was. Yeah, after saying that, I don't know. I don't think he was faking it because he even was like, that's TOS. Right?
What does TOS
saying
mean?
Like, yeah, that nigga
what does TOS mean?
Terms of service, as in like he was breaking terms of service by saying that shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
on his stream, he's saying too much on that man.
Yeah. So, I don't think he was faking it. Like, he was laughing at the faggot ass nigga part. Understandable, right? Because he knows that that's LTG shit. But when he started talking about the transgender shit, that's when Sarah Blast. Like, it was very clear.
Now that I never heard that video. Now I gotta kind of retract what I said earlier because he was not fucking with that
last part.
He wasn't.
He said, that last part really got to him.
Yeah.
That hit him. He was like, nah, fuck that. I gotta go now.
That shit. He was not with that shit. Yeah.
He was like,
nah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think Sarah Blast faking it. I think that was genuine. I think he was being dead ass about that shit. I think he was actually hurt by that.
Yeah, for a fact, after watching that, I really think after hearing that, he was hurt. He was really, like, whatever LTG said to him, like, he was cool. Like, literally, you could tell the whole video he was cool with everything else. As soon as he said the hot dog shit, he was not fucking with him. It was, that shit, his whole conversation shifted. His whole mood shifted. You could tell by the way he was moving in the video. He's like, oh, no. I can't. This is, oh, no.
Yeah, I don't know how this person who made this tweet got because I saw in the comments, like, how can you be hurt if you're laughing about the situation? And it's just like, you gotta, you can't just think like because he was laughing in one part of the, I don't even know how do you perceive that he was laughing at him saying that shit about him, right? Like he was sweeping him, he was being a dickhead, and he called him a faggot ass nigga, and then he started laughing. He saw him rage quit, he kept laughing. Then he said the dick shit, and he was like, all right, you verbally hear him say, all right, that's enough.
That's too much. Yeah, you really hear him say that's too much, and you're going too far at this point.
Yeah, like you verbally hear him say that shit.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, man. I think he was. I think that person that made that video took that out of proportion, like real bad. I think Sarah Blast, like, I don't think there's anything wrong with how Sarah Blast reacted. I think his reaction was pretty reasonable. I think LTG was just being an asshole, as usual, of course. But he's just being LTG.
He got mad at Sarah Blast for doing kid shit. Like,
But I feel so I feel like if there's me, doing comedy and everything I do is usually just to make people laugh in general, even if it's at my own expense. And I kind of feel there's a rule, okay? And here's the rule: either you're okay with everything, or you're okay with none of it. You can't be like, I can't be like, oh, saying all this shit, right? And then someone called me a nigger, and then I get offended by it. Either it's all a joke and it's all okay, or it's not okay. You guys get what I'm saying?
Let's take a little a little trip for perspective basis, right? Because obviously comedy is subjective. True. Yeah. So I don't think that I don't think it's like that black and white. Because like, what if somebody thought that swatting someone was funny, right?
Okay, verbally
or
verbally,
delivering.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, fine. Then let's say this. What if we thought about talking about other people's family members wasn't funny, right? Or I say like, or I message your mom and say some fucked up shit to her or insult her, or she sees that other people are berating her online. It might not be to her, but it's on your feed and she gets to see it. Right now the mental stability or the emotional stability of that person is at jeopardy, right? Because everybody can't take the same amount of ragging, right? Like if you establish that you can, and then people come at you with that shit, then you should more than likely be ready to take the piss out of it. But you know, there are people that are just like, you know, and it's not to say that everybody, you know, everybody can't, right? Like there are some things that touch a nerve, but there's probably a lot of things that is just like, you know, okay, like if you call me a nigga, okay, fine, fuck it, right? That you know, that's pretty funny. That nigga got so mad that he had to call me something extremely racist just to get the emotion out, right? But then he, you know, he could be like, oh, I should hang your mom from a tree. You know, people love there's a lot of people out there that love their mom. So, you know, people aren't gonna be cool with that shit, right? Like, you can insult me, but leave my family out of it type shit. No, you know, it's things like that where I think it's important to realize that sometimes there can be a middle ground and there can be a line.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I understand that. I feel that.
What do you have to say about K5? What's your thoughts on what I said?
Hold on. Wait 1 second. 1 second.
My man got kids in the background. Yes, sir. Being a father in 2020. That's right.
My bad. My daughter just want my attention.
It reminds me of those old quantum discussions, man. Someone always had a kid. Anytime I do this, is always a fucking kid, man.
Hey, my bad. She want her daddy attention. You know? All right, hold on. Okay, all right. What's your question to give her?
So basically, I said, me being a comedian, I feel like either everything's okay for a joke, or none of it's okay verbally only. So like, if you were to talk shit about my mom, right, and it was a joke, I'm not gonna get offended by it. You know, it depends on how you mean it. Like, if you say something, you know, about Maisha, I'm not gonna get offended by it because it's a joke.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So what's your thoughts?
I love Maisha. Okay, I see what you mean. Okay, basically, I think people get. To me, I think this world is sensitive as fuck. If you want me to be honest, yeah. I think we can't. Like, everybody gets mad at simple jokes. Like back then, like you could go back like even 10 years ago and be like, people could say whatever and people wouldn't get offended at all. But nowadays it's just so different. Like, people get offended by everything you say. Like, you can't even not even mean it harmful. Like, you can just be.
You can't even say retarded anymore.
Yeah, you can't even say like that. Yeah, like you can't say shit. And I feel like the fact that you can't say shit, you gotta be. What is it? What is that word?
One time, I went on Xbox Live Chat, and I won a game, and someone called me N-word.
Like, who gets mad at that? Like, for one thing, for once, who gets mad at that shit? Like, bro, I don't know you. I don't know where you are. Like, I give a fuck what the fuck you say to me. Like, what the fuck? I'm not gonna get mad at some motherfucker over live I beat up like 7,000 times. Be like, hey, you're a fucking nigger. Nigga, what?
Yeah.
Alright. Bitch, get your ass wrecked again. Fuck you thought this was. Like, the fuck? I just hate the fact that people are like too sensitive when it comes to a certain subject.
Yeah, they are.
Like, bro, it's, like, sometimes people are just doing jokes. Like, it's just a joke, bro. Just take it as a joke. Like, I don't get mad when motherfuckers call me a nigger. Like, no, I don't get mad when like all that shit.
Okay,
like, we're fucking black, bro. Yeah,
I think that's the reason.
Talk about all the time.
I think that's the reason that racial slur is more used than any other racial slur that like exists on a social norm, because black people like are the easiest and the quickest to react to it.
They are.
And like, and you know, and people say those types of things, and you know, they outwardly express that type of those types of discriminatory comments, and I'm not gonna lie, right? And I'm gonna take a page out of a video that this dude named Technical made. Black people were smart about it, right? At least before now, black people were smart about it. We took a word that was meant to be completely antagonizing and you know, and to spite us, and we turned it into a word that could be used to relate to someone as a friend, or you know, or something like that, or a bro or a homie. Yeah, like that's my motherfucking nigga.
That's my nigga, bro. You my nigga. That's my nigga. You my nigga.
You know, so if we as a people can, because it turned from that's my that's my nigga, that's my homie, to that's my nigga, that's my homie, only if you have a background, an ancestral background that fits the same as that word's description.
Yeah. Basically, right? You gotta have that melanin in you, man.
Yeah. You know, because you know, if you're not black, or for whatever reason Hispanic. I guess the 1990s, you know, with Hispanics joining the riots with black niggas and
crazy.
Them helping with the Brown versus Board of Education, and you know, I guess they was cool with Hispanics saying nigga. I guess I don't fucking know.
That's one thing I always don't get though. Like, if you're gonna have it specific to a certain race, you shouldn't let anybody else race say it. But once you let another, like, not even trying to say race because we all human, but not even just saying, like, once you let like another race be okay saying it, at that point, who gives a fuck who says it now?
It's unified. If everybody said nigga, right? Like, fuck the word nigga for a second, because we know that the connotation behind the word nigga. So if we all said nigga, right, then that means that we all unify a term that makes us all collaboratively use a slang that diminishes a word that is used to hurt other people.
That's right.
Right? So, yeah, like, honestly, like, if white people and Asians and Jewish and all them, if they all say nigga, none of my Asian friends say it, but
I let them. I don't have a problem with it, bro. I'm one of the people. I don't have a problem with it.
I got a few white friends that I literally am just like, bro, it's okay, say nigga. Like every time we, like, because sometimes I go over to their house and, you know, we play fighting games or whatever and we chilling, and I call him a nigga sometimes, right? And he don't really know. He in them stages where, you know, where white people feel like you know, like slavery is their fault and fuck, dog, black people went through so much, you know. So I'm like, bro, call me a nigga, bro. It's okay. I'm gonna keep calling you a nigga, so you might as well start calling me a nigga. He hasn't done it yet, but we working on it.
I get what you're saying. So what do you guys think about, like, say? So let's just say, you know, well, I guess we can't just say that because it is a fact. So LTG is banned from tournaments, right? So what do you think is left for LTG? Do you think he's gonna grow, or do you think it's gonna hurt him? Kenshin, go.
Well, he's been on TV once. That's a good thing. That's a great first step.
That's amazing shit.
Right? My problem with LTG being on esports is that he did not capitalize off of it.
I agree with that.
And I'm not necessarily saying that he need to start trying to do casting for shows or something, but his biggest dream has always been that he wants to be an actor. Right? And it's fine that he aspires to be that sort of thing, but you gotta use something like being on television to your advantage if you want to do something like that.
And
you gotta be on
that advantage at all.
He didn't at all.
Was he like the first one eliminated too?
Yeah, he was, but you know, he didn't bring any flame to his appearance on that show, though. You know, like it just kind of was just like he lost. That was it, right? Like he didn't really talk shit. He didn't really, you know, like Rob. If anything, Rob. Yeah, basically. If anything, Rob came at that nigga heavy. That nigga
Rob
was
on 10.
That nigga
Rob
was flaming, boy. He was baking my man little shit. He was like, oh yeah, I need to remind this community. I just need to remind this community of one content creator that can still play this game. How many tournaments you win? Don't answer that. Like, oh my god, hey, hey, Rob, relax, my nigga, relax. Yeah, bro, he was going to his little body, bro.
He was like, bro, you gotta come with something better than this shit. The shit you got right now.
You feel like he should have been just raging, throwing controllers, being the LTG.
He should have been LTG.
Yeah, I agree with that.
He should have been his LTG.
Maybe not raging. Maybe he didn't have to be raging, right? But he at least had to talk that shit. Right? He at least had to be a little asshole, right? Like he probably couldn't do too much because he was on, you know, he was on TV and, you know, but he had to at least be a bit of a dickhead.
At least call him a bitch,
you know what I mean?
Or something like that, right?
Yeah, something. You know, it was like who the fuck you talking to, bitch ass nigga? Like you're not about to come up on start acting like you on national television. Something, anything.
I feel like he should have been like on some Covenant shit, like my niggas from the Covenant.
I personally think that he was taken off guard by it because like I watched the video a couple of times and I think LTG was caught off guard by it in general. I don't think that one, he was going to be targeted first, and two, I think that he felt like, whoa, like, damn, okay, well, I thought we were all supposed to be cool together, you know? I kind of feel he was like, oh shit, like, whoa, dude. I think he was like I feel like he was so high, you know, like high Cloud9 that he was on television. That like, yeah, you know, like I'm here, you know, like
yeah, he forgot where
he got kind of like stuck in the moment.
Yeah, I really feel that way because he was smiling. He was smiling so much on that fucking show in the beginning that most of the fucking shit is him just glowing with happiness. So when he was just, you know, like just happy to stand there and just know that he's on television and shit like that, and then the guy picked him. He's like, okay, I'll fight him out of nowhere. He's roasting him. He's like, whoa, dude, like whoa.
Oh, so you feel like he just got kind of like what is it? Kind of like not TV fright, but like stage fright.
I don't think he was stage fright. I don't think he was stage fright. I feel that he was
I think it was just like a I think it was just in the moment type of thing where you know like he was like Casco said, like he was just real excited to just be a part of like.
I mean, I've never seen that nigga smile that many times.
Exactly.
Yeah, like you know, like did you see the way he came in? Like he came in, he was like, bro, I just gotta thank the trolls. I gotta thank the trolls.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I mean, they helped him.
Yeah, they did. You're right. You're absolutely right. And then the main reason he stays relevant, honestly.
Yeah, true.
You know,
people, I literally see content of LTG on YouTube, and it don't even be his channel at all. Like I'm like, God damn.
Yeah, like that's the shit I used to watch because I didn't feel like giving him my view, man. I didn't feel like watching his. I didn't want to watch his videos and give him my view. I didn't want to. Yeah, I didn't want to contribute to him getting money, so I watched the other channels.
You're like, man, fuck this nigga LTG.
Yeah, bro, I didn't like the LTG. I still don't like LTG, but I do think that if he wanted to pursue his goals,
he should have capitalized at that moment.
Yeah, he should have capitalized off of that, and he should have pushed that shit forward even further. Like, and not even just TV, right? Like, he could have done like stage plays, anything, because you know, yeah, because as someone who's been in theater before, right? Like, he's not that bad. Like, you know,
he's entertaining.
Because I've seen him do an acting piece. Like, I've seen him do an acting piece of him being upset. And you know, the aspect of acting is to perceive the perspective of a scene as real, and without any context of the video that he made in that scene, because he's done some past projects, they weren't all that good, but you know, everybody starts somewhere. Who gives a fuck? Yeah. But he did like a little scene where he was, I don't know if he wrote the lines himself, but he was basically, you know, acting like he needed to drink, and he needed to calculate with all the trolls and all the frustration around him and all that shit, right? And it was pretty good. Now I need him to just build his fame with some type of affirmative action for his acting career. I need him to do some type of auditions if he's not doing it already. If he's doing it already, good for him. I want him to keep doing that, because him being on TV, that was that big first step. That was a huge first step. He needs to take it further. He has to. I don't see why he wouldn't, and it doesn't seem like he has, right? I know I don't really keep up with that nigga, but I feel like if he got some type of career doing anything, niggas will blow that shit up.
Yeah.
So
actually, at the end of
whenever LTG,
at the end of E-League, everyone did his ritual too. If you noticed that.
Oh yeah.
Everyone did the low tier god thing.
Like if. Yeah, like when he got on E-League, it blew up. When he went to Evo, it blew up. Like anything that LTG does, the people that don't like him blow it up. So
they make him LTG basically.
Yeah. So if I'm not hearing about him doing anything, you know, that's super constructive with his acting career, then you know it must not be so, or he must not actively be doing it because nobody's bringing it up. And you know it's a shame that he's not pushing that shit forward, because this is his dream, this is his aspiration. This nigga talking about being Will Smith and Denzel. Right?
Oh, damn,
like those are some big ass fucking names.
That's some names right there.
Yeah, those are some big ass fucking names. Those are A1 fucking actors.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
So like, if he wants to get up there, you know, I just think that we should see results. Like, even if he talks about it on stream, I don't give a fuck. Right? Who gives a fuck?
It's more than when you talk about the shit, you should be about the shit.
Like, cause it's like, as someone who doesn't like LTG,
obviously,
like, who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck what, you know, if the trolls try to clown you about being an actor, or how bad you are, or they say that you're not gonna make it. You've been on YouTube despite these niggas saying you're not gonna make it. Right? And that's not necessarily me saying that he's giving up or he's going to give up, but you need to aim for some results, my nigga.
Yeah, aim high. Yeah, I understand.
It needs to show.
Yeah.
What about
That makes so much sense.
What about you, K5? What do you think about how do you think is gonna affect LTG? Like, do you think he's gonna like continue to succeed, or do you think he needs to FGC? What do you think? Like the same question that I did with Kenshin. Where do you think he's gonna go from being banned from tournaments and whatnot?
Shit. My man Kenshin pretty much said everything. Shit, I don't know. Hey, to be real, though, if he really don't, what Kenshin was saying, if he really wants to pursue that shit, instead of just fucking with the FGC, because I mean, pretty much, it seems like to me that you're banned for life.
Yeah,
now.
he is.
FGC is like pretty much dead.
Yeah.
Like it's like might as well just stop fucking with it and just pursue something else. And basically what like Kenzie said, if you wanted to be an actor, bro, that's what you should put your focus on in the first place. If that was the first thing you wanted to do before FGC even came around, like before you even started.
So you feel like he should kind of give up on gaming and focus on that?
I don't feel like he should give up on gaming. I feel like his main focus should be whatever his next step in his life should be.
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
Like it's not, hey, bro, give the fuck up on gaming. No, nigga,
keep doing
it.
No.
I understand he probably can't.
He makes some solid money.
Yeah, literally.
He makes some solid money from streaming.
Great money from gaming. So, I mean, don't give up on it completely, but that shouldn't be your focus no more. You should definitely take this next step into your next life. Because that's how it goes on from now on. It's from here on, it's your next step into your whatever you come through.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't know if he just plays fighting games particularly to gather in views, like I don't
antagonize you.
Maybe, I don't know. I don't watch his content, so I don't know. I don't watch his content anymore. I used to, or rather, I used to watch other people make content about him. But well, no, I shouldn't say that. There was a point where I thought that LTG was like coming around, and I tried to give him a chance, and I watched some of his streams, and I even talked in his chat a few times. But like, then I saw him delving back into the same old bullshit, and then I stopped watching him.
So you saw a relapse.
That's when the Mike when the Mike Ross match happened. That was when I thought that he was like, that he was coming around, and then he went back to the same bullshit, and I was like, all right, fuck it, never mind, this nigga faking. So I don't know if he plays other games outside of like Street Fighter 5 and Smash. I don't fucking know, but like,
from my knowledge,
I'm not sure.
It's Tekken, Street Fighter, and Smash. From my knowledge,
Street Fighter. You don't play Mortal Kombat, nothing like that. He will rage quit so much in Mortal Kombat, bro. I can see him in Mortal Kombat right now, bro. It's just like, who the fuck is this Liu Kang, bro? Like, who the? Oh, like, bro, this.
I think that he whatever he's doing for streaming, like it sounds like it's working because he's still doing it. I feel like if he wasn't getting any money for it,
his numbers grow, bro.
Yeah, I feel like if he wasn't getting any money for it, he wouldn't keep doing it. But like, it's clear that it's working for him. So if it works for him, then he should keep doing it. But he should also pursue other things more. Like when he streams, he'll stream when he streams. Right? Yeah. He probably has a Discord. I assume he does, but I imagine he wouldn't. Yeah, I imagine he wouldn't make that shit public for obvious reasons. But I think if him being a streamer is working out for him and getting him some little extra cash in his pocket, that's fine. That's cool. But like, I just think that he should just like he put time into working out and keeping himself fit. I think he should take time into pursuing his acting career.
Yeah, like that next step. Like, bro, FGC pretty much like kind of set you out after your comments, bro. And I get it, you just being LTG, you usually say this shit all the time, but that next step is where you gotta be, bro. Leave that shit behind. That shit's not gonna benefit you from now on. But I mean, you still make money for streams, cool.
Yep, but
he
does. Yeah.
You gotta fuck that. Don't fuck that. Move on.
Yeah, something. Cause this shit, cause this, this obviously this FGC shit, like this. I don't know if it's gonna last. I mean, it's obviously not gonna last forever, but I don't know if it's gonna last for too much.
Yeah, I thought the FGC was blowing up for a good minute, and then it just kind of died again. You know.
Yeah, this scene kind of sleep, but like, and it's mainly because we antagonize each other's scenes and all that shit. Like, you know, like we don't acknowledge the fact that our scene is mad small, so we just
it is small, yeah.
It's like Mortal Kombat trash. You know, don't nobody really play Mortal Kombat, or niggas who play Mortal Kombat don't really got skill in fighting games, or niggas who play anime fighters, but them niggas don't got no fundamentals or footsie. Like we too busy antagonizing each other. Yeah, we too busy antagonizing each other. Like we don't like. Okay, like I don't like Mortal Kombat. But if Mortal Kombat got a spot at Evo and it got like a bunch of entries, I think that's cool. And I think it's okay that other people that don't like Mortal Kombat think that that's cool. I think we all should think that that's cool, even if you don't like the game, right?
I feel like you should support it.
Yeah, you should support your entire community growing, not just your sub community. Because this shit has been happening for years. Capcom niggas hate anime niggas. Tekken niggas hate Capcom niggas. Mortal Kombat niggas hate everybody. I don't know what the fuck going on with those.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat toxic, dude. I don't lie about that one.
Everybody hates Smash. Everybody hates Smash niggas.
Best thing off that screen, yeah.
Everybody hate each other. Yeah, but like everybody hate everybody. It's ridiculous. Our community is too small for us to divide each other any further. It's not something that we should do. We should all just be like, hey, we should just get together and have a good time, and then we might just be as big as CS:GO someday. But we're not gonna do it doing like this.
Yeah, because everybody at 2K and Madden and all that Call of Duty community, they come together.
Yeah,
they do shit together. Yeah, they do shit together.
Wash us in numbers. They
Literally.
wash us, and their pot is bigger. They niggas get millions of dollars.
Fortnite.
Bro, 2K literally had a draft for their 2K players.
Millions of dollars, my nigga. We rack up like maybe 500K.
What's Evo? Evo's what, 250K? No.
Something around that area.
Yeah. Or like
something around that area.
I know Capcom Pro Tour, the Capcom CPT.
Yeah, CPT
event. Yeah, I know the grand prize is 250K.
Yeah, and you know, and that's chump change compared to what other scenes have.
Exactly.
Like, and just think if we all came together and we all like pitched in for all of our scenes in unison, and then on top of that we get the support from esports, and then we get looked at by ESPN, and then we get more entertainment value, and then we get on more television shows than just TBS and Spike TV, no name ass television programs. But what if we out on Disney? Right? Fuck it. What if Street Fighter or none of these other fighting games can really be on Disney? Maybe Smash or something like that. But but think about it, bro. Like, what if we was on ESPN? Like, deadass, unironically, we on ESPN. Like, that'd be crazy. You know?
That'd be insane.
Like,
that'd be so much hype, much promotion, so much. You know how many people even just think about? Oh shit! Like, damn, what the fuck these niggas doing?
Yeah, exactly. Like. It's you know, you gotta like, I don't know, a lot of people just ain't thinking that big, and that's kind of what blows me. Like even for the
it's because it's like a bad bitch you thought you seen, and that bitch ain't fucking with you.
It's a damn shame too, because CS:GO got toxic niggas, League got hella toxic niggas, but they still make it.
Yeah.
They still make it. Like, you gotta let that shit sink in. Like, these niggas can be toxic, but they can get together just enough for them to be able to just have a structural, competitive community. Overwatch makes more numbers and money than us.
The Smash community.
That's crazy.
Definitely the Smash community, right? But like,
Smash is really. I think it starts with Smash. I think it starts with Smash.
That's another game I think. That's another game I think is trash. But I think it's great. Oh yeah, Ultimate. I hate Smash Ultimate. That's like the worst Smash game I've ever played. But I think it's great. I think it's great that it involves and brings together so many people and so many big numbers, and it's basically one of the biggest series, like biggest franchises. You know, I guess if you consider it a fighting game, it's probably one of, if not the biggest franchise in the world, right? Like right next to like maybe Street Fighter or something.
That's why it starts with Smash, because they had the biggest community. They have they're literally the most popular. Like, I don't know if people consider them a fighting game, but they're literally the most popular fighting game among people who don't know what the fuck fighting FGC is.
Yeah, it's true.
And that's just facts. Like, people don't even know what the fuck the FGC. I know people know Mortal Kombat and shit and all that. They be like, they hear Smash, everybody goes fucking nuts.
Yeah, everybody knows about Smash, because not only competitive people need to play it, right? Like you could literally know jack shit about fighting games, but you can play fucking Mario and hit a nigga in the face, right? Like it's shit like that.
Smash the fuck out of nigga. Like,
Gambler said it's because it's the Nintendo company like backs it up. Like, he said that it's because Nintendo franchises is on it.
Well, I give you that.
Well, think about this, right? Think about this. Capcom also tries to franchise Street Fighter. The NRS tries to franchise Mortal Kombat. And Killer Instinct, same thing. They try to franchise their game, right? There's a lot of companies that try to franchise the games, but it can't just be the company, right? Like with Smash, it's not just the company, right? There's so many venues. Yeah, it's the players too. It's so many venues. Like, think about Melee, bro. Like think about the dedication that all the Melee players have. How these niggas drive all the way across the country with big ass CRT televisions so that they can get frame perfect wave dashes, wave shines, and ledge drops. Like, think about that shit. Like, these niggas really care about their game.
They love that shit, bro.
You think Third Strike died because fucking Street Fighter V was a superior game? No, these niggas just didn't give the game any love. If these niggas gave a fuck about Street Fighter 3 as much as they say they do, like, oh, I missed Street Fighter 3, bring the scene back. You bullshit.
Hey, you are so fucking right, bro. That's literally Street Fighter community. Soon as something people say Ultimate Street Fighter, Street Fighter 4 and then Street Fighter 3 are probably the top,
the best Street Fighter games. Yeah, right? And then they don't bring it back.
But the love there is not there. You call it the best, but y'all all on Street Fighter 5 and y'all talk so bad about Street Fighter 5.
Like, keep playing it.
I hate Street Fighter 5. I fucking hate that game.
But you know what? You know what I did? I stopped playing that shit.
Exactly. Because I deleted that fucking game from I had to.
I said, fuck this. You know, and it's fine if people do like it, but like don't talk shit about the game if you just go and berate it and dislike it. Like you killing the experience for yourself that way.
And then you probably killing it for other people because like you got big known like streamers.
Yeah. Saying that they don't like the game, like because Smog was like, yeah, this game ass, like, but he playing it, but from a pro player's point, I get it because that's where the money's at, right? That's where I get like with pro players. But if you like a casual player or you not playing competitively, and you know you just like, man, I fucking hate this game, man. This game is so fucking dumb, and it's okay if you feel that way, but you should play what you think is fun. You should play what you enjoy. Right, all that just get good shit. Like, okay, that shit is for the birds, bro. That's a transformative argument to deflect criticism. If you genuinely think that this game is bad, for example, I think Ultimate is trash. I hate Smash Ultimate. I think that game is the fucking the worst. And that's my opinion on it. Right, I would never try to down anybody else who likes the game, but I have a Switch right now.
All right, Game Boy.
Right in my house. And I don't have any games for that Switch right now because the easiest option that I could get right now is Smash. But I don't like Smash, so I'm not buying that shit. I would rather remain gameless with my Switch in my house than buy fucking Smash Ultimate and waste my time on a game that I don't like. That's just stupid. Like, it's a waste of money. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of energy, really. I was playing Guilty Gear Strive today. This shit was pissing me off. Why would I keep playing that?
Yeah.
See, that's why I didn't get it yet.
That's why I still play Marvel. Because one, I'm really fucking good at it, and two,
literally,
it's just I have fun playing it. I don't have fun playing Street Fighter. I hate that game. I play because people watch me play it.
Yeah.
But Marvel,
that man, he fucking hates that game.
I fucking despise that game. You know, like
that man hates the fuck out that game.
I like Mortal Kombat 11.
Look at this.
I don't have fun. And Street Fighter,
I hate Mortal Kombat 11.
I fucking hate that game.
That game sleeps.
Yeah, and, you know, I don't really play it because, well, I don't have fun at it. But I still play Marvel because I have fun at it and I'm good at it. If you know, watch me. But I've been trying to branch off to other games. But like kind of like you said, you know, it's about having fun at the end of the day. And I have fun on Marvel. That's why I still play it. It was made in 2011. You know.
I used to have fun with shit. The only game I have fun with now is Tekken. Like I don't know why. I don't fuck with. Yeah, I can't fuck with Mortal Kombat no more. I can't fuck with Street Fighter.
I'm like half and half with Tekken. Because Tekken is just like with Tekken is like Tekken fundamentally is a good game, but like when you start playing with people who actually know how to play the game consistently, you start breaking. No, it's not even about losing, right? I don't mind losing. That's not my problem. My problem is like when I'm breaking. Because what I like to do is when I play a game, I like to break down all of its mechanics so that I can understand what it is I'm doing, what I'm getting myself into, and if I can have a game plan. So when I break down the game's like the game's options, I learned that this is the worst movement that Tekken has ever had. This is basically the least complex Tekken, right? Because we got rage arts. Rage arts are pretty dumb. And a lot of characters in the game seem to have like this one move that has really good tracking and is a really good mid and is safe on block. So you just gotta block it, right? Like you don't even gotta think about it. You just do it, right? And God forbid you get counter hit and you get right. In a way, yeah. So it's like it's just a lot of situations in Tekken where you just gotta block. But Tekken has always had its I shouldn't say notoriety, but it's always been famous for basically every move in the game, right? In almost every situation, like even if it's too quick for you to react to, like if you get the read, you never have to block in Tekken. No, you don't have to sit there and take and hold anything in Tekken because you haven't. You can sidestep, you can duck, you can jump. Fuck it, right? Like there's always something that can
duck under shit. Like that.
Right. There's always an option in past Tekken games that can involve you just not getting hit at all.
Yeah,
right?
More than just blocking.
And that just doesn't. That's not. It doesn't happen in Tekken 7. Like in Tekken 7, we got tracking mids, we got plus highs that come out instantaneously. We got, it's a bunch of super
that armor
shit
is so annoying.
That's just corny.
I hate the fuck, man. I sidestep somebody and they armor and they still hit me because they got fucking tracking mid with armor.
Yeah.
Like who the fuck? Who the fuck made that?
Yeah, it's like, and it's not even about fun at that point. It's like the complexity that Tekken has that is so famous for. Like it's in jeopardy because of the balancing issue. Like and then the most recent buffs, right? Like they buffed Mishimas for what? Like
why? That makes no why.
Buff Paul, like I don't get it. I don't.
So a guy said that he wanted me to ask. He wants to know our opinion. So the guy said that he feels that LTG is the FGC. K5, what's your thoughts on that?
Is LTG the FGC?
Yeah, well, he said he feels that LTG is the FGC. What's your thoughts on it? Do you feel like LTG is the FGC, or what? How do you feel like his correlation with the FGC?
I feel like he represents the toxicity side of the LTG, but fuck no, he ain't the FGC. Who the fuck said that?
Somebody.
What?
No, I don't think he's the face of the FGC either. I think he's like. I think he definitely can show you how fucked up the FGC is, but he doesn't even represent like the entirety of the toxic side because he doesn't win, right?
He doesn't.
He doesn't win a lot. So it's like it's not like people really hate him. Like, well, I mean, yeah, people do really hate him, but it's not like people hate him and he's and they hate the fact that he's succeeding. They just hate that nigga because he's being a dick. Like that's all that is. They just consistently like the fact that they get to see him fail. They get front row seats to see him fail. So I don't think he's the face of the FGC by a long shot. I don't even think he's reached like a minimum barrier to get to that point because that means that he would have to be known at events or known for being able to compete at events. Because if we're being honest, LTG is an online warrior.
He is
an online warrior with stagnant progress.
No, I can agree with that.
The only one I see like an online warrior that's like really fucking good and like could probably talk shit and back it up would be Ninja Killer. That's the only person.
Yeah,
Ninja Killer's good.
Like
yeah, he's definitely
he's fucking amazing. I'm sorry, I only watch Mortal Kombat. I play it as a so-so, but when I see Ninja Killer, he looks like he knows what the fuck he's doing, and he knows what the fuck to punish at every single.
So a
round.
guy said that
like that's the one I know.
LTG has videos with not obviously he doesn't upload videos with that amount, but there's videos of LTG. I think this is what the guy's trying to say. There's videos of LTG with 1 million. And he's saying that he's like the only person at FGC with 1 million views on YouTube.
Like LTG captivates 1 million views.
Yes, I think that was the guy trying to say. Yeah, no other person does that.
Okay, well let's think of this, right? Let's think of this. How many of those videos that have 1 million views are actually about him playing fighting games? How many of those 1 million view videos is about him reacting to another person or talking about another person that's more famous than him? And it's not to say that there's anything wrong with him getting a bunch of views off of that, but I don't think that necessarily makes him super famous in the FGC because he's captivating on other people's fame. Something that he criticizes other people for, by the way.
Sure.
But you know, like that, it's very common for him to like to get like a bunch of views based off of like he reacts to a Kanye West song.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck?
That's his most viewed content too. Just real shit.
Yeah, tired. But hey, that's actually kind of good though that he has other content besides FGC, bro.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, and I'm fine with him. I'm fine with him having content outside of FGC. That's fine, right?
But like, I know what the question was. He was trying to say like he was the only one.
He's the only person like with. You know, 1 million. Like, there's people who win tournaments all the time. I think this is what the guy's trying to say because he didn't explain so very well. But I think what he's trying to say is like he's the only guy in the FGC to have millions of views, regardless of whatever it is. I think because some of these people are trying to say like the FGC needs LTG. That's what I'm getting in the chat. I think they're trying to put a point is like they need him because he's the only person. Like he's bringing in so much new stuff. Like kind of how I was saying, bringing so much new blood because of it, regardless of whatever reason it is. Regardless of his drama or being toxic, etc.
Basically, just
like LTG 1 million views is 1 million eyes on the FGC now, regardless of the content. You know?
Yeah, regardless of what it's about.
That's certainly fair, but I think it's important to like I said before, the context of what he's getting those 1 million views off of. Like I think it's good that he can captivate that many views, like at least for him, right? Like if he can captivate that many views with whatever content he's making, that's perfectly fine. But I don't think him making a parody of him acting like fucking Etika is necessarily going to get people turning towards the FGC, right? I think that that's going to make people pay attention to that particular piece of content because he's and I'm not saying that he should, but he doesn't regularly pull in 1 million views. The views he gets are good for his channel, definitely good. I think he gets like 20K a video or something like that. And if he gets like 20K a video, that's a pretty good sum of his subscriber base. Because I don't know how much he has. I don't know how many subscribers he has right now, but I'm pretty sure right it's like
50K, like 5,000.
That's
or something.
Yeah,
the only person 20, I know with more than that is Smug, and I think he got like 60K.
Yeah, Smug is doing really
60
good.
Or 80K. Smug is really good. He just posts Street Fighter shit all the time.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
The guys that are talking are Furrow K and Kinchin. The guys that's talking right now. Sorry, go ahead, guys.
Okay.
I'm just letting them know.
But I do think that it's good that he can rack in 1 million views, but I think that the context behind those 1 million views also matter. Because if people just come there to see him react to a video, then they're not going to give a fuck about, people who are going to come here to watch somebody react to a Kanye West song aren't going to automatically give a fuck about Street Fighter 5. Maybe some of those people will think he's interesting enough to check out his other pieces of content. But outside of that,
they're not going to look at Street Fighter. They're probably looking at that man raging.
At the very much, they won't do it automatically. And and when people see him raging offhand, they either think it's funny enough to stick around, or or maybe they'll go and look at something else or something. I don't know. But basically, But basically, my point is that the 1 million views aren't necessarily validated because they don't point towards what the main source of his content is.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
So, yeah, so
I respect that.
Yeah, you know, like I think LTG can push his career in a good direction. I think I could like LTG in the future. I could probably feel like he's not a shithead, but you know that's just not the reality right now.
He said, "Nah, bro, this man's an asshole right now."
Yeah, it's just not the reality right now. You know, he actively tells people that that he's perfect for some reason, and you know, and then he tells people a bunch of such shit about how he's gonna fuck dudes and fuck up other people's moms and then call black people a bunch of really racist names, and then get mad when people call him racist names. Like,
yeah, that one thing I don't get.
But it's LTG is like it's a real interesting case. I don't know. LTG has the potential for really, really great things, and he's done some really, really great things, but he doesn't capitalize on it from what I've seen.
So,
like, I think if you just go ahead, Casco.
No, I was gonna say. So, if somebody wanted me to ask you guys about, do you guys know who the tipster is? That guy.
I've heard that name before.
Yeah, okay.
I've heard that name before.
What about you, Phil? Okay, you know who that is?
Yeah, kinda, not really. Can't really give you like a good answer.
I know who he is. So basically, he's like this. I'm doing my best not to insult him because I don't like this guy. I really don't like this guy, but he's like this extremely obese dude who tries to get like clout off of this anything. So basically, this guy, like I said, I really don't like him because he'll make a video about anything popular, regardless, you know.
It sound like you're talking about Boogie 2988.
No, not Boogie. No, I'm not that guy. This is a different version of him. He is just as big as him. This guy, he'll make videos. He doesn't even know the content, right? Context is what I'm trying to say. He doesn't know the context, right? He's not in the FGC, I might add. Right. Has nothing to do with FGC, but he makes videos about LTG and the FGC, even though he doesn't compete, he doesn't stream fighting games, he's just a clout chaser. So what this guy did...
So he just comments on the FGC?
Yeah. No, he's not an FGC member. No, he's not a commentator, nothing.
No, he doesn't play in the FGC.
Yeah.
Okay, so okay, I guess...
Yeah, he's a fat Mexican
guy. I guess
exactly.
I need like some more context on this. Okay, let me get some more context on this, because you said that he talks about topics without context. Give me like an example of what he said about LTG that like fits that description.
Okay, so if you look at his content, right? So I'm gonna try to make sure you have a full understanding. If you look at his content, it's nothing about the FGC. He only makes videos specifically about LTG and claims that he's like a part of the FGC. That's why he can make videos about him. He's so caught knows what's going on. But what this guy does is he'll see.
So he's not. So he's basically making. Oh, my bad.
No.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say what he does is he will look at what the majority are saying, make a video about it, and then agree with it without any type of, you know what I mean? It's like if I saw a bunch of videos about Kenshin, right? Oh, he's so bad. He beats women, blah blah blah, and he's like in fucking. And I'm just saying, and he's into I don't know, football or something like that. And then I make a video because I'm so into football, and I make a video about Kenshin. I don't know shit about football. I don't know anything about football. But then it'd be like, yep. I do football myself, and I play football games at least. No, you can't make a video about something if you're not in the community. You know?
So he's one of those people that who would go with the trend type shit and comment about it, but only in the FGC.
While I don't think that he should go with the trend and he should actually have his own opinion, I will say, and I don't even know why this tipster dude would try to make this argument, especially when it's not true. But you don't necessarily have to be a part of the FGC to have an opinion or critique someone, right? Like if you see something that you don't necessarily think is right and you genuinely have an opinion about it, you have an absolute right to talk about it, regardless of whether you're in the community or not. So, like, if I don't know, fucking if Ninja. Right? I don't really like Ninja. I think he a baby back bitch. I think he complains about shit that's completely unnecessary. But I could give fuck all about Fortnite.
Yeah.
Right? I don't give a shit about Fortnite. I fucking hate that game and I don't play it. But if I don't like Ninja, I'm gonna say why I don't like Ninja and why I think he complains about shit like a bitch, because he does. Right? He's had a history of that shit. So, you know, I don't think you need to be a part of something. I don't even know why this tipster dude would say that shit, especially when it's not true. You don't have to be in the FGC to think that somebody's an asshole. People are people. You're focusing on the person, not the community. Why would you, what? It's stupid.
That's why I said I don't like him, because he acts like he's like a part of the FGC, but he obviously isn't. I haven't seen any streams of him playing any type of fighting game whatsoever. You get what I'm saying? But then he wants to act like he's so deep in the FGC and his opinion matters about LTG because he's in the FGC. And I feel like, I agree with you, say you don't have to be in the community to say something, but you can't be like, I'm so into it, I know exactly who LTG is, I know exactly where he came from. No, you fucking don't, because you're not even in the community to begin with.
Yeah, that is pretty frustrating.
You know, I get what you're saying.
It's like at least
that's that Boogie 2988.
It's like at least K5 can say something. He plays fighting video games. He may not go to tournaments, but at least he watches streams. He fucks with the community, even to the even at the surface. But this guy does not play fighting games. He does not join streams. He doesn't do shit with the community other than make a video about LTG because it's popular. That's it.
Yeah,
and that I hate him for.
Yeah, that is doing. That's reach. That's a reach.
Yeah, you gotta stretch. You gotta stretch before you reach. Good
analogy.
That nigga apparently don't do.
Yeah, this is like his third video about the guy too. It's like, dude, like stop sucking the guy's dick, man.
And he dropping multiple.
Yeah, that's doing too much, bro.
He trying to get the views. That's what he trying to do. He trying to get the views. Yes, sir. He trying to gobble them hoes.
It's like, man, my content shit. Like, I don't get a lot of views. What should I do? Make a video about LTG?
Like, fuck, dog. My content trash. What the fuck am I gonna do? I got like 20K subs and only 4K niggas are watching. Man, this is some bullshit, bro.
Exactly.
I'm talking about this LTG ass nigga. He seemed like a nigga that nobody likes. Let's talk some shit about this man, bro. I'm gonna give you some views on my channel.
Yeah, let's watch his latest video. Like this, like I said, I hate. Now this guy,
I have to find his YouTube and just to see what the fuck he has to talk about.
I'm gonna look at it and I'm gonna give, I'm gonna formulate my full opinion on it after I see his videos. But
that's just funny. Yeah, this nigga's crazy.
Yeah, no, he just makes like he made 3 videos about LTG, but it's the same shit. If you look at his shit, it's literally what everyone's saying. So like for instance, right, his latest video is about like Twitter, where everyone's against him. All this shit that people said on Twitter, right, is what he said in his video. Mm-hmm. So it's like, why the fuck do you make the fucking video then? He did the exact same thing.
So wait, like, oh damn, he was on that that Lay It Omni shit where he just retweets and gives like a 4-second response.
Yes, that's exactly what he did. He read a bunch of tweets and was like, I agree with this tweet. I agree with this tweet too. LTG, you should apologize. That's wrong. And that was it. That was the whole fucking video. Worst content ever.
This guy, bro. Like, that's terrible.
Oh my god.
I hate people like that, dude. I fucking.
That's how you know you ain't creative, my guy. Yeah. Like, where's the creativity?
Tap him on the hand.
Yeah, I mean, but it's real easy to shit that kind of content out, though. You know,
it is.
Apparently so.
It's really easy to shit that kind of content out. Like, because not every, I shouldn't say not everybody has Twitter. I don't have Twitter, so therefore everybody else doesn't have Twitter by proxy.
Yeah.
I'm paraphrasing that. I made the scientific study. You don't question it. Shut up. But maybe everybody doesn't feel like finding the drama on Twitter, and and it's easier to just get it from somebody who looked through all the tweets for you, looked through all the really funny ones, looked through all the ones with good points or argumentative views and things like that. Like I guess people
like does that make you feel good about yourself? Like does that make you feel like you actually accomplished some shit though?
Well, that depends on what you mean. Like, do you mean that the content creator accomplished something?
Yeah, like the content as a content creator,
they made a quick buck.
Yeah, shit, that's all we really give a fuck about.
Let me put this into retrospect. Okay, so for instance, you guys know who Drama Alert is, right? the Drama Alert channel.
Yeah, I know
Yeah, Keemstar. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So let me put this into context. I don't feel that grabbing other people's content, so long as you do it the right way, and making a video about it is bad. I want to make sure that's very clear. Because Keemstar, he does it very well. He puts his own opinion, says his own stuff, very well done. And he finds, like the good points if it is from Twitter. That's fine. Just really research. Oh, this guy made a point. This person made a point. Just really getting down to the bottom of it. I agree with that. What I don't agree with is fucking making a video on all the most popular tweets, like the tipster guy did. He found, this has the most retweets.
Right.
Let me, this. All you have to do is type in like LTG, cryoblast, and then or Zero Blast was his name, right? I said Cryoblast.
Cryoblast.
Zero Blast, right? And then look at the first 4 popular tweets and then make a video about it. No, you can't do that.
Yeah. That's like you don't even know what the fuck is going on.
And he gotta make he gotta make that 10-minute mark, boy.
He need to do this shit with that 10 minutes.
That 10-minute mark, boy. Gotta get that ad revenue. You know what I'm saying? Hell no, bro. Yes, sir. Shit. We gotta get the Google ads. The 30-second unskippable ones.
Yup. That's so fucking true.
Yo, bro, that's just like when I seen the Teddy Riley shit, and like literally, motherfuckers was on that shit within like less than like 5 minutes, bro. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, I mean, like when it comes to content creators that are just able to like just flood content, like it's not like commentary channels, right? Where you gotta say things, or sometimes they gotta write their own lines, and that's why I'm like hesitant to make videos, because I have like thoughts that are on discussions like that are a lot like
this. Podcast, bro.
Maybe I don't know, but basically, I have like a lot of opinions on a lot of situations, and I like making videos, but like the time it takes to make them, and sometimes I can't facilitate my thoughts all together, and I have to write down lines, and then I have to edit, and with commentators, they have to worry about all of that, and there's a short window of time. It's not necessarily to say that it's the hardest work in the world, but it's it definitely takes more time than somebody who basically screenshotted a bunch of tweets, put them all on a different page, and basically made the equivalent of a PowerPoint slideshow, and then just talked about some shit and gave their own opinion, their own 4-second opinion, and then they're done with the video. Video's over. I got views. Right? It's mad easy. So I can see why people do it.
And then they don't have their own opinion. They disagree with the masses.
But then that, like that shit's so.
I can see why. I don't know. I don't agree with the concept of not formulating your own opinion. I think that's whack. But
I think that's just stupid.
I guess if you're 100% dedicated to the YouTube grind, then I guess a lot of you, because I'm not, so I don't necessarily know what it's like, but it seems like the YouTube grind involves you doing something dirty at least once.
Oh, definitely.
You have to, you either you clout chased, or you said something that was, that was more so in your favor, or you hopped on a really big topic to get views off of it. Like every big YouTuber has done something that was some type of low at some point.
That's facts.
Like even the most pure-hearted, like fucking Markiplier. Markiplier. He talked about like YouTube terms of service and why the way it was changing was bad, and he knew fuck all about what he was talking about. He was talking about it. Maybe he wasn't talking about it because it was the most popular thing. Maybe. I mean, it seemed like it. He didn't really know what the hell he was saying. But nor could he really be taken super duper seriously about it. But he said his piece on it because it was relevant at the time. Like every youth, and that's the reason why I don't necessarily think that some of it is dirty. Like I don't think that it makes you the worst person in the world. Maybe some of the actions behind some of those things, like if you clout chase and you like trying to talk to somebody that's bigger than you just so you can get more fame, like that makes sense, because in a world of like YouTube, sometimes it's not what you know but who you know, right? But you also have to like acknowledge that you have to bring something to the table too. You have to be entertaining in some way, and you have to bring in an audience in your own limelight, because you can't ride off of the back of that other person forever. Eventually that person's not going to upload videos no more. Eventually that person's going to make their own content separate from yours. Eventually that person's going to stop collaborating with you. So it's okay to do those types of things from time to time, right? Like if you want to like be on somebody's channel who's bigger than you and use that as a means to kickstart your channel, that's perfectly okay. But you know, like I guess it's important to remember that these people that you are trying to use to get this type of these people that you're using to get these views off of, these are still human beings, right? These are still people. These are still people that you're interacting with and essentially doing business with, right? So you have to remember to come correct by the people that help you, and they'll do their best to come correct by you, and then the rest you got to just kind of work out yourself, right? Like nothing comes for free, you know. So I don't know. I think that in a lot of scenarios it's fine, but because every YouTuber's basically done it. True. You know, like it seems bad from the viewer of the perspective. It seems bad from the perspective of the viewer, right? Because we're not. Well, I mean, I guess we're technically YouTubers. I don't fucking know.
I am. You are too, to an extent, though.
Yeah, I guess so. But
yeah, you're not.
but to the perspective of the viewer that's not a YouTuber, they're not about that grind. They're not trying to up their channel or get some sort of crazy viewing and get money and make this their living. So from what they're seeing, they just seem like, oh, they're just being scummy people and they're just trying to take advantage of another person, right? But once you take it from the perspective of the YouTuber and you like start to understand that you're trying to use other avenues to build your credibility and your fame as a content creator, then you start to consider like, okay, maybe this wasn't such a bad idea. Maybe it wasn't such a bad idea for them to hop on this popular topic for views and getting money. Maybe it wasn't a bad idea for them to to maybe try and talk to this really, really famous person that gets a lot of views and be their friend so that they can get some views. But what if they were also being a good friend to that person that helped them in return, right? What if they were actually making really good content when they were talking about a subject that they were jumping on top of? What if they were trying to help this and mend the situation rather than just add on to it and make it worse, right? So it's silver linings like that you have to consider, because people are still trying to make a living off of this, and there are worse things that they could do.
Bro, hold on. Wait a second. Hold on. Who the fuck said that shit? I'm not gonna antagonize shit.
You talking about in the comments?
Yeah.
I just read that shit.
I snap on a bitch real quick. I snap on a bitch real fucking quick.
Hey, look, man. I
I'm gonna shut the fuck up. I'm gonna shut the fuck up.
Listen, okay, bro. You are a dad in 2020, bro. I totally get it. I fucking get it, man. If you're a dad in 2020, man, that your kid is a part of you. Your kid is a part of you.
I was about to say so. Oh. I'm not gonna act like a nigga today. My nigga shit already.
You know what though? You're a big man for not popping off.
Game was just banned.
Anybody else?
You know how much restraint? Talk about.
You're a big man for not popping off about that.
I read that. I was gonna wait until K5 to say something.
Just gonna let some comments slide that shit by, bro. Just gonna let that shit.
Game was bad. I wanted to correct this one dude. So to the what's his name? Herschel, where the fuck your name is? My most viewed content is not of LTG. Yes, I make videos of LTG, and it's a little bit to an extent, for views too. But I don't ever make a video unless I have something of value to actually say. My most viewed shit on my channel is me saying it's okay to rage quit on fucking Street Fighter 5. That is my most viewed shit. Not LTG.
I think you've only made like 1 or 2 videos.
I think
about
2
LTG,
videos,
right?
Yeah, about 2,
Yeah, like, because I remember one of them was like why you don't really talk about LTG and like how he wasn't relevant at the time, or something like that. And I don't know, because man, I remember, I definitely remember why rage quitting is okay. that video? Because I remember, man, Casco used to rage quit like a motherfucker. He used to be so disrespectful back when he played Street Fighter 5. Oh my goodness, I've never seen somebody play Street Fighter 5 in such an ignorant manner. Oh my lord! Like he would pick Abigail. And then he would just fucking, bro, from half screen, he would sweep niggas. I would watch him sweep niggas from half screen.
Bro, I already know. Every time I played against this man and his Abigail, I got frustrated.
Oh my goodness, he would.
I got frustrated.
I remember one time. He played Birdie against me, and I played Alex. I played Alex against him, and this was pre-patch Birdie, so he was like really good.
Oh,
and he was trying to it was really close, and it was like down to the wire, and I was in the corner. He tried to command grab me, and I backdashed, and then he gave me shit for backdashing. And I was like, my nigga, I knew you were gonna command grab. And then I played Urian, and he played Abigail, and then he stunned me, and then he teabagged me. What?
Like, bro, I love Casco, but when I play against him with my Ed, bro, he gets so fucking heat, bro. He's like, bro, I fucking hate this character. He's like this easy ass motherfucking character this player plays with. Fuck this game. Cause my anti-air game is like nice as fuck. It is too, yeah. Right? Yo, he jumps and he's like, bro, I fucking hate this character. Who the fuck gets a full combo off an anti-air? I was, whoa. Thought we was
one button DPs and shit.
I'm telling you, when you play against Casco, bro, and then he starts saying all that wild shit, it's like, damn, Casco. It's like when Bushido he felt hurt by LTG, bro. It's like, damn, bro. I'm really trash, Casco. Damn, bro, I thought we was boys, man.
Like, bro, I thought we was something special, bro. Like, I thought we was cool.
I thought you fuck with me, bro. I thought.
Okay, I'm like, bro, you invited me to play.
And then I be bringing my friends to play with them too, bro. And he be berating my friends and shit, bro. And then they be hitting me up on Discord, bro. They be DMing me like, bro, Tension, this your mate. I be holding that shit too. I be like, yeah.
Hey, you know what's crazy as fuck, bro? The first time I met Casco, bro, was I went to his house, bro, and he beat my ass for like 40 games straight, bro.
Oh lord.
I mean, he beat my ass. I was like, oh, fuck this. I went home, bought the game, learned that game, and had to come back and beat him. But that man beat the fuck. I think I cried that night,
yo. And it was emotionally scarred.
Bro, I ain't never got my ass whooped in a game so bad. I was like, man, I fucking hate it.
Remember you were like, oh, you're good at Marvel, huh? All right, let's fight. And then you got bodied.
Hell yeah, I was like, I'm good at Marvel, bro. Let's go. This man said, all right.
He saw him beat Terry Bogard, bro. He's like, nigga, that nigga soft, bro. You not that clean at Marvel, nigga. You not that cold at Marvel.
Bro, he is that man. I didn't even know, cause I met Casco because I was dating his wife's sister. And bro, does it? It's not. Though.
We just okay.
It's not, but that man fucked me up, bro. I was like hurt from the day. I'm still kind of hurt. No, I still got flashbacks. Every time I see a fucking Urian, I get flashbacks.
Man, you know what, Casco? Turn on your
No, yeah. But, man, I actually got some of my most viewed videos of Wesker. I forgot I made that video. The truth behind Wesker's death. That is my most viewed video. Right.
That, I don't even think I saw that shit. What was that about?
It's like I made this.
You ever told me
about
like
a goddamn what is that called? A documentary about Wesker. I did so much research about it. I made like this. I think it's like an hour or two long, like a whole documentary about Wesker.
I mean, he is like your favorite character, so you know. That makes sense. Yeah. I mean, as someone who's also played like the Resident Evil games and all that shit, like Wesker is a very cool character.
I always wanted to play
did he want Chris to be his boyfriend before he died? Yeah. Yeah, but you know what? I don't discriminate. I don't judge him for that. You know, he was a dude that had ideals and goals, and he was a little narcissistic and maybe a little psychotic and a little bit of sociopathy in that mix. But you know, he had some goals.
I like the character development.
He made sure he saw.
That's what I like. How well, like, it was in real life years it took him to establish his own wealth and his own stature. You know, in real lifetime, it wasn't like a video game thing. The next game comes out in 2 years and he had all this shit, right? It was like they actually took time from back when the game came out to, you know, nowadays that it took this dude multiple years to get to where he was in, you know, Resident Evil 5. That is like the character development. It was very, very realistic, you know?
Yeah, like I mean, I think like especially when back like before he straight up just took over that particular section of Umbrella, and he just got control of Ouroboros. Like I think he was working like he was as a double agent at some point.
He was,
right? Yeah, like, and that was fucking cool. And then he got to like understand stars and understand his own corporation. And then he injected himself with the T virus. And then he just started like evolving, basically. Like he started.
Bro, I need to play these games. I've never played Resident Evil.
Resident Evil.
Just because I feel like I'm gonna be so trash at it. I don't know why.
Nah, Resident Evil was fun.
Well,
I know. I watch it a lot. I watch the streams a lot of people watch. But
I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. If I could tell you how many times Mr. X like made me freeze because that nigga just appears out of nowhere. Like I remember one time that dude bursted through a wall and like I had to pause the game because that shit fucking through my headphones and like this like it was so quiet and nothing was going on, and oh my goodness, I was about to explode because I didn't know what the hell was happening.
Yeah, no, like I get the concept, the story of the game. Like, I just never I never played it. Like I just was that person that just like, damn, I'm gonna get it and never played. I just never. This is it.
Yeah, man, you should try it. It's pretty good.
I'm gonna test that remake out today.
Oh yeah, 3.
Hell yeah, people love that. That shit's fun. I was thinking about Final Fantasy or Resident Evil first.
Oh, I can't say I haven't played Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy 7, that game is lame, bro.
I know, I want to play the remake so bad.
Goodness, it's so good. Love that game. I'm gonna beat it again after I beat it the first time.
Oh,
I'm serious. That game is super fun.
I know, because I've heard so much about it, and it's so. Now I played a couple of the Final Fantasies. Hey, you can wait, little girl. Hold on, first of all, you hear me? I'll make your ass wait for orange. I'm a black dad. I'll. Yo, shit. Here, baby. Here you go. My bad.
Nah, you're good, man. No worries.
No, that's okay.
I'm not a dad, but I can understand. So.
Oh yeah, it's actually pretty fun being one, bro. Like low key, I kind of like this.
Really, man? I'm like afraid to be like a father. Like, I mean, I want to get my own stuff together.
Bro, you shouldn't be. Like low key, it is like it shows you.
It shows you what?
What?
Dude, what responsibility is. My bad. Drop the throat. I'm just saying, it shows you what responsibility really is. When you take care of another human being that's besides yourself.
Right.
And it's like you never felt so much love for someone. Like I always said I love my, you love your mom and all that. That's the love and shit. But when you have a love for someone that came from you, it's different.
Yeah, it's like, different. Yeah,
it's different. You can't explain it. Like it's just
you don't. It's a part of you.
I think he dropped his controller again.
Like that shit. I think he did too.
It sounded like he fell from like a balcony. I think he fell. He said being a dad looks complicated. I heard before kids hit 18 years, you spend $250,000. Yeah, that's why I don't want a kid yet. I mean, it looks like I'm intimidated by it in general, but that's because I know I'm so like I fuck with people and I want to help people succeed, but I feel like I gotta have myself succeed before I can help other people. So I feel like I'm too much about myself right now to put my mind on
that. That's one good thing. Never have a kid if you're not ready.
I don't know. I just don't know if I have the
if you're not ready to like make that full commitment
to be a dad. Like maybe if I like got put in the situation, but I don't want to get dropped into that situation. Right? I want to like be prepared because I don't want to bring my kid up and then I don't have the tools necessary to to take care of them right away in any way they need it. So that's like my main concern.
Yeah, that's why like I want to get a better foundation where like I know people are like, oh, Castro, you make good money and this and that and that, but I understand that, for instance, YouTube could change its TOS, right, and then all my videos stop making money, right? I can stop making money from Twitch. I can stop making money from everything I make money from tomorrow, and then I'm fucked. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I understand that that just because you're making money right now doesn't mean you're gonna keep making money the same way in the future. So I'm just like, I gotta get my shit together better than that, you know?
Yeah,
it's a lot.
That's facts.
It's a lot.
It is a lot. Definitely
But anyway, I don't know. Should we still even talk about LTG?
Yeah, it took a turn, didn't it?
It took a big turn.
Yeah, we lost. We had like almost like 150 people in here, and now it's down to 7. They're like, oh, they're not talking about LTG anymore. Fuck these guys.
Bro, I swear I seen this. It went up to at least.
It did. Yup, it did. Yeah. And then we started talking about this shit, and now it's down to 70.
Yeah, bro. People want to hear me talking more shit about LTG and how much I hate it.
As long as it's something like negative, they're like, oh yeah, I agree. Fuck this guy, you know.
Yeah, dude. Fuck LTG, bro. Fucking bean head ass, fucking chicken leg. But yeah, like I don't know. If we do continue talking about LTG, I guess like the main thing that we could talk about now, because we've already talked about like what his future.
Yeah, we kind of covered it.
Yeah,
or what he should. Yeah, or what he should cover for his future. Right? Mm-hmm. But I guess the only thing that you could really bring up is like his past antics, which I think I've kind of already done. Like we brought up
like we pretty much covered everything about.
So. Do you guys have any questions in the comment, like in the chat or whatever? Like, do you guys have any questions like that? Other than that, then I guess I think we covered just about everything, huh?
That's pretty much like literally we went through LTG, FGC history.
Yeah, we did.
Pretty much, yeah. Honestly,
like. I mean, I felt like I learned more about this nigga than I did.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, like I watch most of his streams. I'm usually in his streams. Like every night, I just don't talk because I don't know. I just
because he gonna bang you.
Honestly, no.
That's why.
True story. No. True story. One time, I was just like, I don't know, maybe I think I was drinking or whatever. I was just, cause my wife, she's like a devil in my ear. Anytime I watch a stream of LTG, my wife is like a devil in my ear. She always like, oh, well, question him on this, tell him this, tell him that, cause she don't like LTG. So one night,
my shit's so fucking funny.
Yeah, no, she absolutely hates him. And one night she was like, no, tell him this and tell him that. I think he was talking about like something about black girls, something like that, like black girls, something like, I forgot who he was saying. Maybe he's saying black girls pussy stink, something LTG-ish, right? Some stupid shit, right? And she was like, you say this, say that. So I was bored, right? So I just started trolling him. I just started saying dumb shit in the chat, and I swear to God, I did this for about 20 minutes. He didn't say nothing to me. I didn't get banned. Nothing happened to me. I don't know why. He just ignored me. He looked at the chat and then just kept playing the game. And I know he saw what I said a couple of times. Because anytime I talk, I say about 8 times out of 10 he replies to what I say. But I was talking shit for at least like 20 minutes straight. He didn't say shit. I didn't get banned. And I said, you know what? Fuck this shit. I ain't gonna tell him no more. There's no point to.
Wow.
Was that before? Is that like before you actually had a conversation?
It was after. It was after because first he always tried to be like, I don't know who Casco is, even though he follows me, but I don't know who this guy is.
Yeah, he did.
So yeah, I don't know why he always says that. Who's that? I remember one time Red went in his chat one time and he's just saying like, oh yeah, you and him should do a battle, and he was saying like, oh, Casco beat your ass. He's like, who's Casco? I never heard of him. And then that same day he was looking at my Instagram stories. I'm just like, but you don't know who I am.
He said, your name is Casco. You must be black.
He just won't like. Ever since then, I was like, I'm the real Twitch guy. So I usually watch his shit. I just don't say nothing because I like LTG, but I don't like his chat. His chat is very dumb, and they make no sense. His chat makes no sense.
They regurgitate everything that he says, and it's kind of wild.
Yeah,
personally, I don't really. They regurgitate a lot of the same shit that he says, and they follow his opinion like no matter what. Like all his loyal fans, they blow smoke so far up that nigga's ass. It's ridiculous.
They do.
You know, which is why I wasn't surprised that you know, during that cerebral shit that nobody in the chat was like
saying anything. Hell no, that was not surprising.
It didn't surprise me. So yeah, if they speak out against him, they get banned. So.
Oh yeah, he did. Oh, the guy said he got raped as a kid. Yeah, he did get molested, or something like that.
Oh yeah, he did say that.
Yeah, he said this out of his own mouth. So that's the only reason I believe it. He talks about like this girl was as he quote playing with his dingaling when he was a kid and doing stuff to him. So that came out of
oh, Sarah?
Yeah, he went. Yeah, he said he told the story like he basically was like at a, you know, he was at a school or whatever, and some type of private school, and some chick who was like older than him was fucking around with him and fondling him. So I guess, you know,
this happened to LTG.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah, this apparently happened to LTG.
Okay.
Yeah, allegedly that's what happened to him. You know, he told the story on I think one of his streams.
Well, that could affect the fuck out of somebody.
Yeah, possibly.
Depends.
But you know, people typically take women molesting kids less seriously for some reason.
Which I think that's so fucked up because at the end of the day, I think molestation is molestation no matter gender.
Yeah, precisely. Yeah, I don't think they.
Like they said, a woman can't rape a man. What?
Okay.
I mean, alright. I mean,
no, I agree with you.
I wouldn't deny some shit like that, but I mean, I know it's possible for a woman to rape a man.
Yeah, definitely. Like, you know, like think of it, right? Think of it, because it doesn't just have to be by brute force. Yeah. Right. It could be the bitch could have a gun on her. True. Right. Like, you know, she could have you know could have blackmailed him or something, and she could have did something to that nigga that he really didn't like. Something, I don't know.
Even
but
if a bitch is ugly, right? You can think of the fattest ugly bitch, right? Let's just say you're tied up. If you start getting your dick sucked, it's gonna get hard. No matter how ugly the bitch is.
Regardless.
Period.
Oh yeah, no. But I mean, but at that point, it's not about attraction. That's just your instinct being taken advantage.
That's reaction.
If you emotionally don't enjoy it, then it's rape. Yeah. Like if you are emotionally like, bro, I don't like this. I want this person to get off me and get away from me. Then, you know, like it's rape. It's rape, straight up. But you know, your body's gonna react. Somebody could jam their finger in your ass and you would get hard. Like you don't have a choice.
Wait a minute.
I'm telling you, it's the truth, bro. You don't have a choice. You don't have a choice. There's a chemical in your brain that demands you to feel good from this. That's not about you anymore. That's your body functioning. That's your body dysfunctioning. You know, like.
Yeah, body's like, bro, you like this shit, nigga. I don't want to hear nothing, bitch. Yeah,
it's not even an argument.
Nah, bro. Basically, your body is raping your mind at this point.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, quite literally. Like, you know, it's the same thing that happens with say pornography and shit like that. Yeah. Like when you look at that shit consistently, like your brain starts, you know, it's possible for your brain to start fucking you up because your brain could either perceive that as something that's a reality, or it could perceive it as something that you could want something like that more than real sex, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because your brain just responds to it more. But you know, but in the scenario of rape, like when your body, you know, if you get aroused physically, that doesn't mean that you are aroused emotionally. Emotionally, you're getting fucked up.
I can 100% agree with that, especially like you see like a hot chick, right? She just walk in and then like my dick start getting hard. You're like, I don't feel like this shit right now, dude. Like, dude, chill. Like, you have to start talking to your own dick. Not right now, man.
Your dick don't talk to you, bro. It don't work with you.
Like, damn, man,
it's like another person.
Pretty nice ass.
It's like a fucking it's like a goddamn buddy pal.
Gotta tuck it in between your legs and shit.
Buddy pal.
Bro, I remember that dude like it was yesterday.
Oh man, Coop.
Oh, Coop.
Oh my goodness, bro, that was back in the day. Oh my goodness, I remember when he was like having beef with Casco. I don't even remember what it was about, but then he started talking about being a Christian and gave up video games and man, what
does video games and being a Christian have to do with anything?
Hey, you asking the wrong nigga. I tried to understand that perspective myself. I tried to go into his comment section and try to have a conversation with him, see what the fuck going on with his perspective and his opinion. And I guess he thought that I was trying to attack his ass. So
he been thinking everybody's trying to attack. He always thought Casco was trying to attack.
I was the one defending his bitch ass.
I mean,
exactly. That I don't get.
Initially, Casco was defending him, right?
Initially.
I think the situation all started when he was like on the phone about a job on his stream, and then I'm gonna try and recapture it perfectly, but he was on a stream, and he was like on the phone. Mm-hmm. Right, he was on the phone with some woman about a job that he was going to get, and I think he was like, let me call you back, I'm doing a stream right now. And this is like, are you like, this is what? Like what? What? Like, and then Casco's like, Cooper, you don't do that. Yeah. Like, bro, why would you gang up on somebody giving you a job opportunity to be on the stream about video games? Like, and he made that video.
Dumb shit.
Casco made that video, and I think like Cooper's mom came at Casco about that shit.
She did.
He was like, he was real stressed out about it, and I guess he stopped being friends with Casco about it, and he started saying some shit about Casco, and so did his family. So Casco started making videos about Cooper.
That's exactly
And it was pretty funny. It was pretty funny.
Because I was trying to defend him, and then like he was like, because I was being an asshole because originally, like you said, I think it started with the whole phone call thing. Quantum was clowning him 24/7, and he used to call him like literally 24/7. Like Quantum would literally wait until he joins just to clown him. Like he will only sometimes join just to clown him. I'm just like, dude, like obviously something wrong with him. Like chill, right? And then I remember he was trying to talk about the whole like phone call thing, and then because usually I'm always defending Cooper, and then I was like, you can't like. If you're trying to get a job, right? You need money. You need a job. I get you're trying to do YouTube, but until YouTube start actually paying you money, don't put YouTube first. YouTube should always be the back burner. It should be what you do in your free time as much as possible. But if you need money, get a job, right? So I was like, fuck the stream. You shouldn't have done that. Blah blah blah. He's like, basically like, oh, you're just like Quantum, blah, 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 blah. And then he did this stream, I think in the same day, just straight up talking shit about me. And I was like, oh, you're going to talk shit about me? And I was trying to help you, little bitch ass. And then that's when I started making videos about him, talking about, oh, you want to make videos about me? Because he archived it as like a video. He named it some shit about me. And I was like, oh, you want to make videos about me? Okay. I'll make videos about you. And I knew it was going to get a bunch of views because people hated Cube Coop anyway.
Oh,
yeah, he was doing too much, way too much.
Yeah, he was. Okay, during the time, I think I only had like 400 or 300 subscribers, and then I started making those videos about Cooper, and then I started getting like almost 100 a fucking week and shit. I made all those videos about him.
Because I remember him being in the chat all the time, and then he was being like, he was trying to talk and be cordial and shit like that, but then he was like, mainly on Casco. He was on Casco. Shit, I think he called you Sensei Master Casco. Sensei Casco. Oh, Guru. No. It was just like Guru. There you go. Guru. And I'm like, okay, he probably just, he cool, I guess, And then he just started doing weird shit, bro. Like super weird as fuck.
Yeah,
I've never talked to him outside of those videos that he made in response to Casco, and Red was kind of trolling him. Red was talking shit about him. Yeah, Red was trolling him. I wasn't trying to troll him. I was just trying to get his perspective on this shit.
Yeah, because I started just clowning him because he was trying to be like, oh yeah, you don't have any subscribers, and you make shit content and all this shit. I'm like, dude, like the fuck? Like, have you seen your content? And he's like, oh no, my content's better than yours, bro. All this other shit. And I'm just like, okay. At the time too, I didn't really care about like YouTube. I mean, I cared about it, but like I said, I wasn't making really money from it, like that I wanted to. So it wasn't my main focus. So I was like, okay, so like I can make videos. Like if you want to see videos get views, I know how to make videos to get views. I know how to make like clickbait shit. I know how this shit works. I just don't want to do it, right? And he's like, oh no, man, you're garbage and shit like that. So like, okay, I'm gonna make a bunch of videos about you, and I promise you it's gonna get views. He's like, oh no, it won't get views. I'm like, trust me, when I clown your ass to where I am, it's gonna get views. Trust me. And I started making a bunch of videos about it, and it all got like the guy said in the chat. My most viewed shit, actually, the majority is all Cooper shit. Like that's a Cinematic Video Games Part 1 and shit.
He was not lying. He was not lying, bro. He definitely got insane hella views off of that shit. And I think you had around like I think you had just over 1K back then. And you were like, your numbers was like surpassing your subscriber rate at that point.
It was, yeah.
Like those videos were getting you hella views. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, like
very much.
My third most viewed video is of Cooper. It's a Cinematic Video Games Part 2, 18K views.
Yep, that shit was funny as hell, bro.
Funnier than ever.
That's what I was saying, because he's like, oh yeah, you make
himself.
shit content, because like most of the time I just upload like my matches and shit like that, because like my gaming channel, I try to make stuff that's really deep and interesting or whatever, but people just want to see me do Marvel matches. Like, most of my view shit is Marvel matches. At the end of the day, all my shit is either me talking some crazy shit that doesn't make me any money because it gets ad block now, or Marvel matches. Yeah. So I was like, okay, I'll keep posting Marvel matches, and then he was trying to talk shit. I'm like, okay, well I'll make some shit that's still gonna be monetized, but it's gonna be about you.
How's he gonna monetize it when he doesn't have over 1K?
I can monetize anything.
No. I was talking about Cooper. Didn't Cooper say he was?
Oh yeah, Cooper was trying to say he was monetized, but he isn't. That's what I was saying. I was calling all his bullshit.
He couldn't.
No, he can't.
He doesn't have enough subscribers.
He doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to say he can't.
Yeah.
You need 1,000 subscribers and like 40 hours of watch time or some shit like that.
Yeah. He ain't even got 3. Like, come on now.
You know what's the funniest part too? A lot of my subscribers subscribe to him. So like when me and him were having that feud, he actually had like, I think he got up to about 400 subscribers. And like, I swear to God, I'm not even making this shit up. At least 300 of those people were for me. I swear to you, because they all used to come to me and be like, oh, he uploaded a video about you, or he said something in stream to you. Yeah. Most of his people came from me. So I remember I made a video. I was like, actually, if anything, I'm helping your shit channel because all my people are subscribing to you to watch you and laugh at you and make fun of you and shit.
That shit was true. We started making prank videos.
The knock door dick shit.
Cringe as fuck. Cringy.
Oh man, he made knock videos and knock prank videos and.
Why would he laugh like that though?
I don't know. He's in a Burger King talking about Jesus Christ.
Bro, they probably thought that my man was on some type of drug. Bro.
He did a whole fucking prayer instead of a Burger King, dude. That shit was funny.
Oh nah, bro. They probably thought my man was on that bath. So.
Yeah, nigga Casco, he made a thumbnail. He put the Burger King crowd over there. Oh my god. Oh shit, that was funny.
Bro, what the fuck?
That was good times, man.
Oh man, I feel like man, I almost missed him. Kind of like, man, he was bringing me so many views, dude. Like, you can't make that shit up, dad.
Sometimes you wish he came back. When he came back, bro.
He was trying his best, man. Cooper, man, I don't think he streams anymore either, because I know he made another account or some shit like that. Someone sent me and they're like, oh yeah, he made another account. You should roast him some more. I'm like, dude, like I got literally one video that I never uploaded on him. I was like, should I upload this? I'm like, nah, fuck it. I done enough to him. And they're like, oh bro, you should upload that video. Like he's back. I was like, dude, unless he said some shit about me, I probably would never upload that video. I got one video that I never uploaded about him. I wasn't sure because I talked so much shit about him in that video. I was afraid my channel was gonna get a strike, so I never uploaded it.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about that, and apparently, like, you had a bunch of real fucking sensitive evidence that his family was doing some like fucking shit, and you just didn't show it. I mean, good thing you didn't. You already basically
annihilated him.
Fucking shadow that.
Yeah, sent that nigga to the shadow realm.
It's probably a good thing that you didn't do that, but goddamn. That shit was fucking brutal.
And then his mom was like, I remember his mom. Okay, here's the thing, right? This is some shit that I didn't upload. I remember his mom was like fucking with me, like, cause she saw like I had like a little clout, and I was kind of making a name for myself on Instagram. I think I had like at the time I was making a name like I had like 10K on Instagram. Yeah, I was kind of like the Cooper shit really helped me out, right? So I remember I was trying to get a little clout, whatever you want to call it. And then his mom like she came to me and she started talking to me, and then she sent me like some pictures too. I remember I showed Red them pictures. She sent me like some bikini pictures and shit. I think I showed you too, Kimchi, didn't I?
What the fuck?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, she was trying to like, she was trying to get the BBC. Like, she was kind of. I swear to God, she was really coming after me.
What the?
And then I was telling her in the crowd, I was like, nah, you know, I'm like, like I'm married, you know, like she had a nice body and shit. She was actually a hot mom. I'm just like, nah, I'm married, blah blah blah.
She was a MILF. Huh?
What you say?
So she was a MILF.
She was, dude. She was like, she actually kind of hot, to be honest. Like, especially like when her bikini and shit. I was like, nah, you know, like you're hot and stuff. Like, I would totally bait you, but I'm married. You know, I love my girl.
You were scrolling.
Right? Yeah.
You were scrolling through that bitch, man.
First off, you know, Maisha probably gonna, she gonna stab her, slice her throat. Yep,
Maisha seems like the type of woman that would stab another woman that gets in the way of her relationship.
And then
she seems like she seemed like she could be a very violent woman. I don't think a lot of people want to cross it.
I don't even want to play Uno against Maisha no more. I'm good.
She would probably take like a plane just to find her and stab her. It'd be worth it to her, like for some real shit. So I was like, nah, you know. I'm like, nah, you know. She kept sending me this shit. And then she sent me like some new shit that I never showed anybody. That I couldn't even post that shit. Man. I never showed it. I was like, it'll hurt Cooper, even though fuck Cooper, but still, like I wouldn't want my mom on Pornhub, right? I wouldn't want my mom on Pornhub, so I'm like, nah, fuck it, you know. And then I swear to God. And then I was like, nah, fuck it. And then she sent me this whole paragraph of how I'm a shit person. I ain't shit. I'm garbage. And then she blocked me. Then I was like, I made a video. I'm like, should I post this video? I don't know if I should post this video. I remember she made this whole. I swear, she wrote me a whole fucking essay about how terrible of a person I am. I'm like, you was just trying to get my dick. What are you talking about? I'm a bad person now. I gave you the fucking shoulder, and now you care about your son, and now I'm a shit person. Okay, cool. Like I said, I still have that video to this day, man.
Damn, that sounds fucked up, man. That's crazy.
I was like,
it's a crazy word.
Yeah, I was like.
I mean, it's a good thing you didn't upload that. That sounds like a lot. That sounds fucking heavy.
Casco, you better than me. I would have uploaded his mouth. I would have made that. I'm like, MILF on the chat, big MILF.
Because what's funny? I made like a Pornhub account and posted her pictures on there, right? I just made it all private. I swear to God, I did this, and then I was gonna put the link to the Pornhub link. You know, so I don't get fucked up on YouTube. I had everything planned. I'm like, she sent me the wall. I was gonna be like that. Like, she sent me this and that and that. Have the fucking link. You click on the link. You see that bitch naked. But I did like Cooper face, the fucking retarded bitch, and I had Cooper mom on the side. I was putting some shit like, how did this woman birth this ugly ass fucking roach? I said some shit like that. Like, how did she birth this ugly ass nigga, man? I had like all her news up there. Like, how did this happen? Like, the dead must have been so fucking. I did like a whole like 20-minute roast, man. I swear.
Damn. Bro, that shit's brutal, bro. That shit's brutal, yo.
That shit's funny.
That's a crazy world we live in, man. I didn't know. I don't think I knew about all that extra shit.
Yeah,
man.
I told you about some of it.
I didn't know she said.
But I didn't tell you about all of it.
Yeah, I remember his mom saying that you was a shit person, and I had no clue why. And but all that extra shit, I had no idea. What is the purpose of what?
Of her doing this shit, like.
Well, she was trying to get some clout from me. That's what it was, cause like, okay, so how it went was like, cause she saw, I think I had my Charger at the time, and I mean, it was a nice car. Don't get me wrong, but it's not a. What you say? Yeah. I had my, I had to take pictures of my Charger or whatever, and she saw my Charger, my profile, and like, it was a nice car, but it wasn't a fucking Lamborghini either, realistically. And I guess she was like, oh, this dude must be doing well. He got his own place. He has a Charger. He got a following. He be getting comments, like all this shit, right? And I guess she was just kind of like, oh, fuck my kid. I'm just gonna be a gold digger. That's what it was about. Cause I remember she was like,
but it's like,
come on, one time on stream, she was like, oh, who's talking about you? He was like, oh, Kiss, don't talk about me. And all this shit, right? And his mom was like, oh, let me see who this is. And then I remember someone sent me a part of his stream because people were stalking his ass. And there was like his mom checked my shit out, and I swear within like the hour of the stream, around the same time, she sent me a message. And rather than talking to me and giving me my place, she was trying to get some dick and money, pretty much. That's what she was trying to do.
Damn.
That's like the gold digger pranks I've been seeing on
It is.
Yeah, bro. That's wild. Fuck, man.
I really be thinking they be setting that shit up, bro. But now I'm thinking low key, maybe that shit's kind of real. Maybe they really.
I think some of it's fake, some of it's real. That's what I think.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I think that when people show like context behind certain events like that, like when you show like screenshots and all that type of shit, like obviously sometimes you have to like look and see if it's like edited and whatnot.
Of course, yeah.
But
his mom is hot.
But
I'm not gonna bullshit. His mom is hot as hell.
But like when you look at that shit like on I guess maybe on a deep level, I have no idea. But when you look at the context behind that shit, like the context behind the evidence is important. What led to the comments is really important.
Yeah.
All that shit's really important.
I completely agree with you, man.
Facts.
Yeah, but Gable, his mom had like a booty and everything. She like worked out and shit. She just sent me like full asshole pictures, man. Like on some real shit.
Oh, she sent the
like straight up spreading cheeks type shit.
Oh, so she sent the kitty.
Yeah, yes. Yeah, straight up. I was like, I'm not even bullshitting. Straight up like spreading, and she had like a big booty spreading ass, spreading cheeks so you can see butthole. All right, like gapping legs so you can see like pussy and face, like with titties and shit, all in one shot. All right. And then I was like, oh no, because she was trying to like antagonize me. I'm like, because in the beginning I was like, no, I'm flattered, but I got somebody. And she's like, oh like, oh, she don't have to know, like, this could be like, she want to be like a side bitch type thing. And I'm just like, oh no, I told her like women always find out somehow. I don't know how, but women always find out, no matter how they find out.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm just like, no, I got something good. I don't want to fuck it up. Blah 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 blah. And she's like, oh no, I won't say nothing. I'm just like. They always find out. I'm good.
Bitch, you don't gotta say nothing.
Yeah. And
you want a Casper?
And then
you want a Casper to crush that little joint. He wanted him to get up in her.
And then she was like, because she was talking about, she was like, oh yeah, I took a plane there, and just trying to like just really be like, because she was like, oh yeah, you got a follower, you got a nice car, you really doing good for yourself. That's how I know that she was just wanted for the clout and the money and shit. And because I wasn't making nearly as much money as I'm making now. Like back then, decent, but now is way more. I make way more money from like social media and shit. And especially from like Instagram. And because I don't even upload on Instagram, and I still make money from Instagram. And
yeah, because you got verified, bro.
I have like 50K.
A lot of people that fucking
yeah, I'm like, you verified, right?
Shit,
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you're gonna get money from that for a long time.
Exactly. Yeah. And then I still have those sponsored posts too, and I still make money from that. So it's just like I just can tell that she was really looking for that shit. And I wasn't telling her like, oh yeah, baby, I got this money for you. Come on down. I was just being honest with her. I'm like, nope, because shit always blows up in your face at the end of the day. Like no matter what, it blows up in your face. I've seen it happen to all my friends, to my fucking father, everybody. It blows up in your face. So I was like, nope, I'm good.
True. Facts, Joe fucking facts. I know for a fact that's true.
Like no matter what, it could be.
I know.
It could be 2 years old, and then somehow like, hey, how did blah blah blah? Like, well, I forgot that even happened. Like,
nothing. Damn, bitch, how you find that shit? How you like? Nah, bruh, they're my mistakes and shit like that. But yeah, that shit's no. They always find out.
Yeah, true shit. So I was like, nah.
Yeah, fucking women are fucking detectives, dude.
They are, bro.
And then I don't think what makes it it doesn't make it bad that they find out. What makes it really bad is that they want you to admit it.
Yeah, they want that shit to come out your fucking mouth.
That shit is so fucked up. They will ask you these questions, and then they'll keep it going. They know you're lying, but they'll keep it going until you admit it. They're trying to break you. What kind of shit is that?
Bro, they literally look at you just to be like, I want this bitch to. Yeah, like they look at you the whole time, be like, I want this bitch just to keep lying until he tells me.
They know where you've been. They know who they talk to, who you hang out with. They make all these types of different avenues. They checkmate you. They checkmate you before the game even starts. You can't think of. Ain't no quick time event for you to complete. That shit is crazy. How do they do that shit, bro? That shit is crude. No. Like it's like, oh yeah, you went to the grocery store, huh? Yeah. I know your friend. I know your friend that work at the grocery store. He said he ain't see you today. He said you always come by his. Yeah, he wasn't working. He wasn't working there today. Yeah. Oh, for real? I already called him. Why did you call him? Like, what?
They'll get the footage to the store.
What compelled you to be ready?
They get like the last 24 hours of the footage of the store and show that you were never in that bitch.
Like, bitch, how did you get the footage? Where the fuck?
Right. Who gave you that?
This footage? That's illegal, ain't it, bitch?
Some fucking Law and Order shit, trying to find out what the fuck you did. Like you committed murder.
Yeah, right. Dude, I swear, man.
Just tell me you don't want to be with me no more. God damn.
First 48 your ass, bro.
just berate me and tell me that I fucked up and leave me. God damn, you don't gotta throw me. You don't gotta throw niggas through all this mental stress. I mean, you cheated, you deserve it, but god damn.
And then they post you on like Twitter, Instagram, it goes viral, and then other girls know you ain't shit.
Man.
Other girls know you ain't shit, so you try to get a girl, they be like, nah, you that nigga from Instagram that went viral.
Bro, that'd be funny because they be having no videos where they nigga beg for them back, crying and everything. I'd be like, bro, just quit. They don't give a fuck at this point.
Could you imagine being known as that nigga who cheated on his girl?
Right? Yeah, that's so true.
That is your claim to fame. That's gonna go down in your legacy.
Nigga got 70 million views on that video.
No matter how much money you make, no matter how successful you become, no matter how far you make it,
you'll always be that dude.
Eventually, somebody gonna look at you and be like, "Ain't you that guy?" Like, come on, dog.
Damn, that face you make when they say that shit.
Can we talk about your Lambo? Can we talk about my Lambo? Can we talk about my house? Can we talk about anything that don't got to do with?
Like, no, that's a cheating Lambo though. That's the house. That's the house you cheat in. That's how you go see that shit. No, you be cheating that bitch.
Bro.
Damn. A guy said he would have hit it. Nah, I feel like this, you shouldn't be in a relationship to begin with, right? Like, I feel like if it's like a girl you just met or some shit, or you guys just got together, that is not as serious, but you've been with her for a while and shit like that, like, especially how long I have been, it's like you start sharing money, like it gets to a point where like it's another. You start
establishing that you and this person, that this is what you want. And when it comes to a relationship, it's more about like a teamwork than two people trying to emotionally complete one another. Right? Yeah. So when you're in something like that,
happens over time.
Yeah, it does. That's something that you build up. A woman, for the most part, a woman just needs a man that's willing to be there for her as much as she's gonna be there for him.
Show that loyalty at first.
True. Yeah.
So like if you are in something that you have both established is committed in that regard, and then you do something like that, right? Like like it's very common for people to think that you're scum after that.
Yeah.
Like, I think that you can redeem yourself in the future, but some people will look at you and be like, yeah, nah, you that nigga that did that shit. You that no good ass nigga.
I can relate to that because I've cheated before and I've always regretted it. But at the end of the day, I feel like I learned my lesson.
Yeah,
I know
that
learned. At the end of the day, I was like, you know what? This is someone I said I cared about, I said I loved, but at the end of the day, I still fucked around and I fucked up. And that shows me that I wasn't a man in that situation. I was a bitch.
Yep.
I was pissed.
And you know what? You're an even bigger man for understanding where you went wrong in there and overcoming it.
Yeah, becoming a better tiger.
That's why exactly why now I'm with like my relationship now. That's exactly why I try my best, because I learned from my last relationship that I was in the wrong the entire time. That girl did nothing to me, and I fucked up, and I was in the wrong the entire time. So that's when I realized, I was like, all this crime and all this shit, just move the fuck on, KJ. Stop dragging someone. Just move on and continue your life. And you can do better if you show better.
You sure can.
I 100% agree with that, man. Yeah, that's why I was like, yeah, it's not worth it, because it's just too much shit. Like, cause like for me, it'd be like, oh, now, you know, because it's just all the shit is in both of our names. So now, like, let's just say, like, worst come to worst, right? Like, I'm getting divorced. Now I'm losing my motherfucking car. Yeah. My income is in half, right? I'm losing my goddamn TV. She might just take my fucking computer. It's so much shit. It's not worth it.
She's just fucking you and not, just fucking you and not in the fun.
Right. I might not be able to see my fucking dog. You guys know I love my fucking dog. My dog is like my goddamn kid.
Oh yeah.
You know, I love Bella. She's like
she could certainly be petty like that. I feel like Maisha would be petty like that.
Maisha would be petty like that.
Yes, 100%.
Maisha would be petty.
I think she would be petty like that.
Just take all the shit.
100%. Like, oh, you cheated on me? A word? All right, let me get all this. Let me get some of this. Come on, baby, don't take the dog.
She will probably take one of the PS4s, and she doesn't even play the fucking video game. Just out of spite, like, no, I want one of these motherfuckers. You have two, I want one.
It's like, fuck that, I wasted time, nigga.
She'll take the fucking Pro. She'll probably take the PS4 Pro and just leave me with the fucking old one. The day one.
Damn.
It's not worth it. No.
She's like, this the only one you get since you was on the
this Switch. Yeah, I'm taking this Switch. This
one of these controllers.
We taking this.
We bought this controller with my money that time. My controller.
Yeah, we taking this. We taking this couch. Yes, sir. You don't need this. You can get yourself a little air mattress or something so you can sit on.
My man Crow said she'll fuck around and take your glasses, bro.
I swear. That's why I'm just like, it's not worth it. It is not worth it, because when you get that entwined, it's not even about the relationship anymore. It's about everything. Like, everything's fucked up.
Everything involving you two. Yeah, it's about the relationship, and then it involves everything that came with you both working together to accumulate what you got.
Bro, subscribers too.
Real shit. And that's true shit. That's true shit. But delete the fucking videos of me doing blah. You make money from that. Delete that shit. You don't fucking
all the Instagram content when I'm in it.
Delete that shit.
Fuck, bro.
That's real talk, man. No, that's serious shit. Like I feel like if it's like a 1 month and you're with some chick and you cheated on her, that's bad. But it's not as bad as like, okay, this is a committed relationship. You know, this is
my wife.
You know,
hell yeah.
Like, I've been with her for so long.
Casco, I don't remember being at your reception, but I remember parts of it.
Yeah, you were drunk as hell.
What? Huh? Oh, okay, never mind. That explains everything. I was about to say, how the fuck do you remember parts of the reception if you weren't there?
Nah, he was so drunk.
We was fucking. Hell yeah, Casco, you was drunk as fuck too.
Okay. I remember. Okay, that was one time. All right.
My man was like, "Look here, everybody. This right here is my brother." Okay. I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, he claimed you that day, bro. He claimed you. He claimed you. You was part of the family that day. He fucked with you heavy.
He said she'll fuck around to each left to my shoes.
I had fun that day, and I don't remember how I got home. And I swear I thought I drove the CRV.
You did drive the CRV, and
the fuck let me drive.
I don't know why
who the fuck let you drive?
Because I know Mo took you and your car, and I was in the CRV, and I don't know how the fuck I got home, but I came home without a scratch. Upstairs, cool, and the car was fine.
I don't know why they let you do that. That's the dumbest shit. You were like so drunk. I don't know why. And then oh yeah, he was zigzagging, but he did pretty good. Like I'm gonna get the fucking ticket. It's in my name.
I was so fucking confused. I'm like, they let me drive, bro. I don't know if I should do this shit. I'm scared.
Look at my man, talented. Survival dog drunk driving. Make it happen to that shit. That's insanely dangerous.
Right before we had got there, I smoked right before we got to the reception, I smoked 2 blunts. Then I smoked 1 during the reception, and then I was drinking all day.
Oh,
I was like, oh
goodness.
God damn, bro. I'm surprised
Oh my gosh.
I was confused. That was terrible. People let me go home. That's the thing. That's what I'm mad at.
Yeah, no, that's the biggest concern. Who the fuck didn't drive you home?
Like, no one drove me the fuck home.
I don't know why. There's a lot of people there too. There was like at least almost like 60, 70 people that were there total. There's a lot of fucking people there.
Yeah, and they just let me drive. I was about, you know what's crazy? There was no one else in the car with me.
Really?
It was just me. It was just me in the car.
Oh, you was in that bitch by yourself.
I was by myself in that car.
Oh, that nigga could have died that night. Isn't that crazy?
No, I'm really thinking that. I don't know why they let you drive because I was out of my fucking wits. Like I was told.
Everybody was.
No, I was told that I was just saying like a bunch of sexist shit to my sister-in-law the whole drive she was driving me. I just kept saying like, women can't drive. What do you let her drive for? That's a woman. That's all I was doing the whole fucking drive. I don't remember that shit. I was telling people that I love them, and I was telling everybody to take all the fucking candy, take all the drinks and shit. I don't remember any of that.
Yeah, you did say that shit though. You said, "Hey, I paid for this shit. This shit's legal. Y'all better take all of this shit."
I don't remember. I swear, I do not remember any of that shit. And then they told me that everybody was bringing out like trash bags and like grabbing all the candy and stuff.
Hell yeah, bro, because you said
they got so ghetto.
Take that shit. Motherfuckers took everything. Hey, you should see the people looking at us. We had the garbage bag. The staff was like, "What the fuck is these niggas doing?" Like,
man had a whole Kuna graphic wedding.
Dude,
bro.
I swear, like I spent so much money on that shit. I think that shit was like 16 or 17,000 total for the wedding.
Yeah, bro, he spent a lot. He spent a lot. I was like, and it was nice as fuck. I really liked that.
Yeah,
it was so nice.
Unlimited alcohol,
man.
Yeah,
that's clean. That's clean.
He did. That was some good shit. I fucked.
So I was like, yo, I can't see myself saying that though. Cause I did feel that way. Coming, I was talking to my Mai, and I was like, I'm not really gonna spend all this money so people can fucking eat at my expense. And she's like, yeah. I'm fucking paying for these motherfuckers to eat my motherfucking food that I was paying for. You know, I kept telling her that. She's like, no, you know, she's gonna have like a big wedding and shit like that. I'm like, I just kept saying it, and then I'm like, okay, well, everybody get one alcohol drink. She's like, everybody gets one alcohol drink. I'm like, yeah, one per person. And she's like, no, make it unlimited.
Damn,
like, no,
just a bottle per person, a bottle for everybody.
My man said a cup per person.
I was about to say, Casco, you gotta like that, my nigga.
No, I was gonna say one. No, I was gonna be like probably 1 cup per person and shit like that. But what we ended up doing was making it like unlimited for everybody, and we made it unlimited all night. That was like $4,000 right there to make it alcohol unlimited.
That was a lot.
Damn.
That alone,
That's a lot.
Ooh, I thought that nigga Casco was. I mean, he is big balling, but I thought he was big balling for real. He was like, yeah, man. Everybody get a bottle.
Him man was like, Oprah, you get a bottle, you get a bottle.
Yeah, bro.
No, collectively, everybody drink more than one bottle. Cause I remember they were like, they told Maisha that they're gonna have to get more shit like brought in from like the storage room because they drank all the bottles from the bar.
Yeah, if it was 4,
everybody was drinking heavy, bro.
Yeah, it was 4,000.
If it was 4,000, then that would
unlimited alcohol.
Yeah, if it was that much, then holy shit, yeah, it had to have been more than a bottle. Fucking
bro,
that's a lot, bro. That means that they cleared out a whole. That means that they cleared out a whole show.
They did.
They did. You should have seen it, bro. Damn. Motherfuckers was drinking like they was lit. It was like crazy.
That's crazy, bro. That's nuts. That sounds like I had a hell of a time.
It was fun, man. It was really fun. That was the first time I ever got drunk too. Like I don't really be drinking like that. But I was like, fuck it, it's my wedding. I just drink. Fuck, I just get drunk. Fuck it.
Hell yeah. Yeah, he said, fuck that shit, bro. It's my time out.
And then the food was super expensive too, because we had like I forgot how we had it set it up, but the food was so expensive, man. Like everything was so fucking expensive. And then like the room we rented out, that shit was that shit was so much money, man.
Oh.
And then the thing is, like I didn't even use a credit card for that shit. I did everything out of pocket. So it was like I had to build all that shit back up. First, what my plan was, it was gonna be like a super small little thing, like maybe spend like 2 racks or some shit like that. Like that's it. And if you don't like it, then don't fucking come. But she was like, no, we gotta go big. No, we gotta go big.
My was like,
yeah, she was like that, man. She was like, no, we gotta go big. We gotta do this. You know, she wanted to be rememberable. You know, so she's like, oh, we don't really have weddings in my family like that.
Yes.
that shit was memorable.
I mean, yeah, not when you do something that big, you know, you want to make it memorable. You want to make that moment real special, especially when you spending it with somebody that you really care about.
Yeah, and Mai really loves the fuck out of you.
Yeah,
she definitely wanted that.
Yeah.
She wanted that moment to last forever.
Because for me,
some good
this
shit,
matters
man.
about like just getting like the getting married part, like the I do bullshit. That's all that matters to me. Like after that, nothing else matters. But she wanted that part, so I'm like, cool. I know I can make it back, but it was just like, yeah, like I could use this on fucking home.
I don't want to get legally married at all.
What you say?
I don't want to get legally married at
You
all.
don't, or you do?
I don't.
How come?
I don't know, man. I just don't. I feel like there's no need for me to get legally married.
Yeah, I mean, I can see why. Like, no reason to bind your relationship with another person by a government contract.
Yeah,
Right.
I like. Yeah, that's just stupid. Like, I'm not saying it's stupid because
I feel you.
people love it, but I just don't want to because legally that shit's so much fucking money. And then what if y'all don't work out? Not saying anybody not divorced. Yeah,
I mean, it's
Divorce is a lot.
it's a reasonable thing to assume because marriages, like especially young couples, they typically, like, statistically, they don't last.
no, yeah,
They don't
that's
last
just
that long.
statistics.
Yeah, like divorces are very high in number. Like, it's kind of
Like
crazy.
the first 2 years.
So your claim is completely legitimate.
Yeah, but then like the first 2 or 3 years, they get divorced.
Yep. That shit is a
I
lot.
remember everyone was like, "Oh yeah, you guys it's gonna be okay the first year, but the second year you guys are done." And they were like, "Oh, we're still together."
Yeah, but then
that's-
again, though, you can't judge, a person. You can't judge how much they love each other. Not,
I mean, you also shouldn't just bring that type of negativity. Like,
yeah,
you know,
like if you're
to
that
the
negative, bro, you
atmosphere.
shouldn't even talk to me. To be honest,
You know, like you shouldn't just bring up a conversation like, oh, hey, Casco, yeah, you and your wife, man, that's pretty cool. Y'all got a pretty good relationship going on. Too bad that shit ain't gonna fly in 2 years. Y'all probably gonna fuck
like,
around and have
nigga,
it.
what?
Like, damn, dog. Like,
No, they were doing that, man. You'd be
Support?
surprised.
What was
They
it?
were definitely doing that. They're like, oh yeah, it's good for the first 2 years. Oh, they're like, oh, it's good for the first year. I remember Maisha's grandmother kept saying that, like, oh yeah, they'd be done in like about a year. I was like, damn.
I
It's like,
remember.
yeah.
I remember that conversation.
You remember that? Yeah.
that's fuck.
Yeah, I remember the fuck out
Yeah,
that.
everyone like even like on her
That's
side,
crazy.
they're all just like, oh yeah, that shit's not gonna last. Like it was like, damn, like
They really thought, like London, Casco, and Maisha was not about to last, bro. Like I'm like, damn, that's kind of hurtful though. Like this, your own family.
yeah.
Like, that shit,
My family was the same way.
yeah, that shit hurts.
My family was the exact same
Yeah,
way.
oh my
but,
God. Your
I was
mom?
like 4 years. Yeah, my mom too. Yep, yeah. It's just about everybody. But it's been like it's going on. Actually, it's been 4 years now. I think we've been married. It's like
Yeah, y'all doing
Yeah.
great, bro.
Yeah, y'all doing good.
Y'all doing
Pretty
great.
good. Yeah, I wish nothing good for y'all. That shit crazy. I can't believe your family was acting like that.
Bro, they was acting like
yeah.
That's crazy. Why they so negative, bro?
sometimes they toxic. They toxic.
Yeah, clearly.
like-
they
I
displayed
feel like,
that.
I mean, I know this sounds racist, but I feel like black families, they want to see you do good, but they don't want to see you do better than them.
I could
Maybe.
relate.
Yeah,
To
it's
That's
possible.
how I really
yeah.
feel. Like every black family, they're always like, oh yeah, you boys doing good. But once you start doing like better than them, they start hating you for no reason. At least my family's like that.
Why is that though? Like I never understood the fact of hating on someone that's doing good. Like they work hard for their
Exactly,
shit.
yeah.
What's the
Well,
purpose of hating on them?
it's very easy. It's very easy to dislike somebody who is doing better than you because it's like you envy it, right? You
Yeah,
want that for
it's
yourself, and
envious
you don't
shit,
have it. Yeah, you feel very frustrated at the fact that
Because it's not you and it's them, right?
You ever see somebody do something like, and it's not to say that this is entirely equivalent, but you ever see somebody do something that takes relatively little to no skill, like Jackass, right? Like these niggas go out of their way to basically maim themselves, and they got famous for it, even though anybody could do that shit. Anybody has done that shit. You know, and they got famous for it. You know, if people were jealous of something like that, it would make sense, right? Because you know, it's something that it's a lot of success that they have, and it feels like anybody can do it, but it's not the case.
No, it's not. I'm not doing that shit.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely not doing that shit either.
Y'all got me fucked up. You got me so.
Yeah, they can keep that. They can keep that, but it is very common for people to feel like you know.
I wonder if it's because they want to be at that spot. That's why they hate.
Maybe it's definitely possible. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. But it's 150, and we not talking about LTG no more. And
damn, time did go past. I didn't realize that shit.
Yeah,
it's 12:48 right now. We started this like 2 hours ago.
Yeah, it's like 150 for me. So yeah, we've been we like way past the time.
Yeah, we was doing for about an hour.
Yeah, we was just talking about bullshit, but you know, I like talking with y'all. You know, it's cool.
Yeah, see, I want to do more podcasts, FYI, but you niggas be tripping.
Hey, don't say that.
Y'all do on some real shit. I remember it was in the last podcast. One of the times was my fault, and then all the other times it was like, oh, K5 couldn't do this, or he was like, oh, I gotta go to work, or oh, I misjudged this shit.
Hey, if I ever couldn't do it because I went to work, I told you the moment you asked. I only fucked up one time, and that was because I literally came back from work and I straight up passed out. I took ownership for that, and I even apologized for that.
That's true.
All right, but
I don't remember that time I agreed. Hold on, wait a minute.
But every other time that you told me to be ready, I always told you initially that if I had something going on. Every single time.
Yeah.
Man, I need you to catch those streams. I can't even catch the streams.
I'm gonna need you to put some respect on my name.
Well, I'm sure, like I said, I would do podcasts about like certain topics. You can't do a podcast by yourself, because like I feel like at least for my gaming channel, I feel like the podcasts work better than me just covering a topic by myself. I feel like having a different perspective is more interesting than me just, you know, for instance, like regarding LTG, LTG kind of thinks the same, so I'm usually going to kind of be biased to his opinion because me and him kind of think the same. While like K5's kind of neutral, you're kind of against LTG, so it brings a better perspective, you know what I mean? When it comes to discussion. Yeah. So if you guys show the fuck up, maybe we could do this more often.
Castro, don't pin this on me. You know, if I'm available, I would tell you. And then we got this COVID-19 shit. I'm not going nowhere. You know this. I'm in here. I can't go nowhere. I'm stuck. I'm just in here. I'm just in here, fucking eating my food and playing video games.
Eating your chitlins.
And occasional pornography, and then I go to fucking sleep. And
I love rap every now and then.
And then my next day start all over again.
Fair enough. Okay, well,
so
any type of like major. I'm sorry. Go ahead, K5.
I just be with my kids and that way.
Yeah, I know you're busy.
That's what if I'm busy.
That's why I don't give you shit. That's the only reason I don't give you shit is because I know you have kids. You have, to me, a wife, and you work full time. That's the only reason I don't give you shit. Yeah. I know you're even busier than me because you got a lot to deal with. Okay, fucking Crowhub, what do you want? Let me read what Crowhub's saying. You keep talking. What do you want, Crowhub? What's up? Let's see what he's saying here. He said, bro, I've been trying to be in your podcast. Okay, well, maybe if your fat ass show up, you can be in my fucking podcast. Casco.
Why he gotta be?
He said you still leave my chubby ass out the cast. Hold on, wait a minute.
The nigga, like, the whole chat is just him. Hold on, let me see what he said. He said, Casco, Matt, me, he knows my dumb ass. I'll jump off the wall, the roof. Yes, I know you'll jump off a roof, Crowhub. Let's see what else Crowhub's saying. He said, me neither. I haven't for the past few months, and you still leave my chubby ass out of the cast. Well, if you show the fuck up, I try to do a podcast with your fat ass too. If you show the fuck up, we can do a podcast. Because I'm not about to tell people, like, I'm not about to put on Instagram, like, oh, we're going to do a podcast, and it's just me. That looks, not only does that look bad on my end, it makes me look lame, and it's just rude for people that actually anticipated the podcast. So I'm not going to say a guaranteed podcast, unless I know for a fact people are going to show up.
Yeah.
I feel that.
You know? So if you want to join, like maybe we can figure some shit out. Maybe I have to work around, like, K5's, like, schedule, because Kenshin. Well, Kenshin's free. I make my own schedule. You're a kid, so K5. When are you free? When do you have time?
Well, basically,
put you on the spot, man.
Well, I'm about to be moving. Hell yeah! So I'm about to move in like 2 weeks to like this house I found. So I be having time. I got time, like say like after 5:30.
Like every day, 5:30.
Yeah, like between 5:30 and 7. That's like when I'm like trying to get like my daughter and shit, you know, all that ready. But like between that time and after that, I'm good.
Like 5:30 p.m. right?
Every day, okay, yeah.
Central time, FYI, everybody. We're Central time. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're in Minnesota. Colder than a bitch.
With the bipolar weather.
Bro, did you see that? Did you see that?
Wait, it was snowing, then it was summer, then it was snowing again?
It snowed, so yeah, like winter, summer. Wait a minute, bitch. When you been on your period, Minnesota?
That's mad random.
No, Kenshin, that happened for real. It was snowing?
Seriously.
Blizzard, and then it was summer. I swear to God that happened.
Quickly.
What the
Quickly as fuck. Like, no, like that's... I wish we could make that up, but we can't.
It was like Storm.
Like, I wish I had
like Storm from the X-Men was like, oh, I'm hot. Winter. Oh shit, now I'm freezing cold.
Yeah, you know,
summer.
yeah, you know that noise she be making.
Typhoon.
But yeah, man.
All right, cool. So
but I'm until this.
All right.
Until this Corona shit pass, I'm basically free, and I guess we basically got ourselves a schedule until that shit come up. And if anything come up, I'll let you know. And if you ever need me in there, then I'm basically there. So
yeah,
Okay, yeah, sounds good. Man.
Yeah, man.
I live like down the street from you.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
just say like a just say like a day in advance or something like that, and
Okay. I'm trying to like cover actual interesting topics though. So like I won't be just like podcasting
sure. I mean,
about fucking I don't know Leafy or some lame ass shit. It has to be like actual topics that is related to like FGC or something. Like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, it don't always have to be FGC, but it just has to be it just has to be something that's controversial enough to go on for a long time.
A minute, yeah.
Okay, fair enough. To the guy that said why the LTG need it, rewind the stream. I'm gonna repost this. I'll probably take out the irrelevant parts, but I'm gonna post this. So rewind the stream. Okay, all I'm gonna do is unlist it if you want to watch it. And the guys that are talking in this guy named is Kenshin. He has his own YouTube channel. It's KINSSHINXLKARI. I don't know why I said that like I can't read, but
L.
Is that an L?
It's KINSHIN. Matter of fact, I'm gonna just type.
Just type in the chat. K5, put your name in the chat too. They say something in the chat. These are the guys that were talking. They both have their YouTube channels, but they don't really use them. But follow them if you found them interesting or whatever. So put you guys to say something in the chat so they can get your names.
Yeah.
Don't follow me because I ain't shit.
Yeah, I stream occasionally, and I occasionally make meme videos. That's about it.
That's about it. So tell people to ask who these guys are.
I was thinking about that shit. Yeah, I was thinking about it, but I don't know.
Alright, well, that's gonna be it, guys. I'll probably stream later on today to everyone that's watching. So I'll be streaming later on today. It won't be anything about LTGs. It'll be about me streaming my normal antics. And yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Appreciate K5 for joining in Kenshin. Of course, I'll talk to you guys outside of this. So you guys take care, man.
Alright, bro.
Of course.
Alright, later, guys.
Alright, peace out, y'all.